hear it now. Do you? Now I hear you guys.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
I think we're all back. That's good.
So I was going to come to New York Thursday and go see company with these guys, and Patty goes and tests positive for COVID today.
Who did?
Pat Lapone.
Oh.
Shits. So I had to cancel my airline ticket. I don't want to pay $310 and see it understudy. Even though I love Jen Colella, I want to see Patty Lapone do this.
All right.
I'm so aggravated. I finally planned a trip to New York because I want to find out who gave it to her and hang them by their thumbs.
There you go. So I think while I've got Cam and Vasily on, I think I've solved the problem. All we have to do is make Angels in America number 8 and make Cindy and Rob's father-daughter scene number 10. And then everybody's got
All
time.
right. Okay, let me.
So we're switching in the order on.
We're switching in Act 2. We're switching the order. You and Rob are no longer going second in the number 8 position. You're going 4th in the number 10 position.
Oh, okay.
I'm counting all 12 scenes. So in the second act will be John and Anj doing Beyond Therapy, and then Angels in America, and then Cam and Mel doing Noel Coward, and then you and Rob doing the father-daughter scene, and then Doubt and Beyond Therapy.
All right, okay.
So that's sort of straightens that out. I think that gives Vasily time to get out of his makeup.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't put 2 dramatic scenes behind each other. It's still a nice variance.
I didn't hear what you said. I was off.
Well, let's wait till everybody comes back.
Well, as long as we get a list, whatever order, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, tonight, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go straight through the order. We're going to go straight through the order tonight. And I'm not going to do notes until after we're done, so that for the next 2 weeks, you've got an idea of what the rhythm of the piece is going to be, so that it's not going to be a big surprise when you walk into tech.
So we're not going to do notes even in the middle?
No, we're not going to do notes until after we do the whole thing.
Okay.
After you go through all the scenes in the order that we have them listed. I mean, that way we make sure everything gets done, that you work every scene each week, because, sometimes the notes can go on too long and we don't get everything in. And I want to make sure we get everything in the next 2 weeks. And the only way I can guarantee that is to not do notes until after everybody is gone. And then if I don't get to you tonight, I'll call you up personally and go over the notes, like I often do when we're doing a full play.
Can somebody post what the official order is then, since it got changed?
I will. I'm just waiting for Mel to pop on so that we have everybody here.
Is it better now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all.
We don't sound like Donald Duck anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, then I have got to.
There's Mel.
Sorry, I'm late.
That's all right. Okay. So here's the order we're going to go in. We're going to go in this order tonight, and we're going to stay with this order for the remainder. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1 is Beyond Therapy, number 1 with John and Anj. Number 2 is Birthday Party with Rob and Cam. Number 3 is DMV with Vasily and Cindy. Number 4 is Children's Hour with Mel and Anj. Number 5 is Beyond Therapy with Cindy and John. And number 6 is Afterplay with Cam and Anj.
Okay.
That's Act 1. Okay. I don't want to get too far ahead of you. Let me know when everybody ready for Act 2.
Yep.
Okay, Act 2 is going to be John and Anj, second Beyond Therapy scene, the one we just edited. And then Cindy and Vasily with Angels in America.
Number 2, right?
Number 2 in the second act, yes. And then Cam and Mel in Fallen Angels. And then Cindy and Rob in the father-daughter scene. Does that have a title, Rob?
Fast Train to Taiwan.
Fast train to Taiwan. Okay. And then John and Mel in Doubt. And the last scene will be Vasily and Anj in Beyond Therapy.
So so as I understand, in the second act, you're going to switch number 2 and number 12 and number 5, right?
Number 2 and number 4.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bill, the only doubt that I have, that's very apt, because I'm doing Angels and then we've got Last Train to Taiwan, which is very short, and I have to get that headdress on, and it's not very easy to get on. So I
Right.
have quite a costume change
What is that? That's in, let's see.
in the second act between
gotcha.
Fallen Angels, then we have Last Train to Taiwan,
Right.
and then Doubt, which doesn't give me much time to get ready.
Fast train is about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't have enough time.
Yeah.
It was going to be tight with 10 minutes, but now it's changed.
10, 17,
Yeah, well, either way, somebody's getting rushed. So what I'm trying to do is to not put too heavy scenes after each other, you know. I'm
Right,
trying
right, I
to
understand
trying
that.
to
Well,
break
why
things
not-
up.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
here-
why,
Wait a minute. Vasilian on, what if I did the, so let's keep Angels in the number 2 position. That's good for you, right, Vasily?
Well, I think so. I'm just looking the difference between the Act 1 and Act 2, that I have about 30 minutes to put makeup on. You know.
Vasily, the last.
Listen, I can't give you any more time than that. I mean, you've got there'll be a 5-minute
Yeah,
intermission.
well, I'm just trying to, I have to just to try and see if I can, because I don't usually put up makeup, you know. I don't do that
Vasily, the
every
last thing
day.
you're doing is DMV, which is 3. There's 3 scenes and an intermission.
Yeah, I
And
can see that. Yeah,
on.
well, it's about like 30 minutes for sure, maybe even more. 40
Yeah.
minutes. I have
Yeah.
40
You got
I
plenty
should, yeah, I should be fine.
right.
And then I have about 10, 15 minutes, oh, even more, 25 minutes to wash it off. Okay, I think I should be fine.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, because after Angels, you're not doing anything again after Angels until the last Beyond Therapy scene. So you've got 3 scenes to wash it off.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, Mel, the best thing I can do is this. This is what I'll do is let's leave it the way it is, because it just creates another problem for somebody else when we move it. And
But
what
you
I'll
just
do-
created a problem for me because you moved it.
I understand.
I had a
that.
10-minute scene. Now I've got a 5-minute scene.
I understand that. But I will talk after that scene to give you more time. Okay? I mean, I'll talk until you're ready.
We'll give it a try. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I mean, that way, if you're ready on time, we'll go. If not, I'll talk in that thing and we'll cover it. Is that a problem?
We'll see. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out. you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, it's because, if I move it into the first act, then it creates another, I'll look at it even closer when I
Well, if
have,
we could move Children's Hour and Doubt.
switch Children's Hour and Doubt.
Yeah.
Let's see, Children's Hour is,
Children's Hours in Act 1.
yeah,
Doubts.
but then John has, let's see, if we move, then John has 2 in a row. If we move Children's Hour and Doubt, then John has Beyond Therapy right after your scene. Right after Doubt.
No, that's Cindy. Oh, yes, right. Yeah, yeah.
Let me take a look. It took a long time to work this out the first time, and I just have to study it, and I'll figure it out. So don't worry about it. We'll do that. But tonight, let's go in this order, and just so that we make sure that we get through everything.
Okay. Yeah. And let's see how long it takes for me to get that on. It's not easy to get on.
I can imagine. It has to be more of a habit.
Ching.
But I'm bummed. Boy, I can't even make you laugh with a dumb joke tonight. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Is this a lot of stress for you guys? Is that, I mean, I'm feeling a little stress. Is this?
Oh, well, also, Bill, you don't realize that we weren't ready to go through it in that order. So speaking for myself, I'm resetting everything.
Well,
and-
we never know what order we're gonna go through it in. So, I mean, and you always wanted yours done first, so that you're,
Absolutely. It's just I had thought tonight we were starting with me and Aj, so
yeah,
not that I can't change anything.
okay. All right, so everybody take like 2 minutes, get your heads together, and then we'll start a run, and we'll start with Beyond Therapy #1 and then head to birthday party. Okey doke. Anybody? Any other issues anybody wants to bring up?
So we'll have an intermission, I suppose, in between.
Yes.
between acts. Okay, great.
Yeah, I think we'll have a 5-minute intermission. Yeah,
Great.
yeah. This is what you guys wanted, right? Now you're doing all of the scenes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We're just never going to be happy, Bill. You can't please all the people all of the time.
Yeah, you can in my class.
Captain Penny
Can in my class.
used to say that.
No.
Oh, you can fool some of the people some of the time and all the, no. Some
Captain
of the
Penny
people
used
all
to
the
say
time, all
that,
the
yeah.
people some of the time, but you can't fool mom.
They don't know who Captain Penny is. What
Ron
are you gonna do?
Pentown.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, good. All right. Are we feeling ready to roll? I know Cam has another 9 minutes for the Beyond Therapy scene, so she'll be fine. Anj, are you ready to rock and roll? I'll take that as a maybe.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And John's got his chest hairs exposed, so we're just about ready to rock and roll here. All right. Everybody click off as soon as the scene is done, then come on with the next scene. All right.
All right. So book holders are like, you want me on book for this stuff?
Oh,
That
yeah.
would be great.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. If those who are going to be on book, get your books ready for those who you're being on book for.
I should send Fast Plane to Thailand to somebody because I haven't sent it to anyone else.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't either. So whoever.
All right. Who can take it? Anyone?
Don't all volunteer at once.
There's a deafening silence because
I can do it. I can do it if you want to send it to me.
Okay, it's a very short scene.
I can't do it because I have to get ready. I have to get the habit.
Okay, I
Let's
got
get
it.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Ah,
And also, I'm getting ready for Doubt. That's right. You're talking about the father and the daughter scene, right?
Right.
I am getting ready for Doubt before that.
Anyone? All right. Anyone else? Cam?
problem is I'm massively changing clothes between things right now. I don't know which end is up.
Rob, I'll do it. I'll do it, Rob. Just send it to me, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay, let's just try to carry this happy, fun feeling into the work, okay?
Yeah.
So Rob, you want to click off and then John should click on, right?
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Hello,
Hello.
are you the white male, 30 to the 35, blue eyes, who is into rock music, jogging and quiet evenings at home?
Yes, I am.
Hi, I'm Prudence.
I'm Bruce.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Oh, won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you. Ah, as I said in my letter, this is the first time I've ever answered an ad like this before.
Oh, me too. I mean, I haven't put one in before.
And I thought this time, why not?
Right. I hope I'm not too macho for you.
Oh, no, so far you seem wonderful.
You have lovely breasts. That's the
Thank-
first thing I notice in a woman.
Thank you.
You have beautiful contact lenses.
I like the timbre in your voice. It's soft but firm.
Thank you. I like your voice.
I love the smell of fruit you're wearing.
Thank you. My male lover Bob gave it to me.
What?
You remind me of him in a certain light.
What?
Oh, I swing both ways, actually. Do you?
I don't know. I always insist on the lights being out.
I'm afraid I've upset you now.
No, it's nothing. It's just that I hate gay people.
Oh, I'm not gay. I'm bisexual. There's a difference.
I don't know any bisexuals really.
Children are all innately bisexual, you know. If you brought a child to Plato's retreat, he'd be attracted to both sexes.
You'd imagine he'd be terrified.
Well, he might be, of course. I've never taken a child to Plato's retreat.
Well, I don't think they let you.
I don't really know any children. You have wonderful eyes. They're so deep.
Thank you.
I feel like I want to take care of you.
I would like that. My favorite song is Someone to Watch Over Me.
Oh, there's a somebody I'm longing, da-da.
Thank you.
In some ways, you're like a little girl, and in some ways, you're like a woman.
How am I like a woman?
Well, you dress like a woman, you wear eyeshadow like a woman.
You're like a man. You're tall. You have to shave. I feel you could protect me.
I'm deeply emotional. I like to cry,
Oh, I wouldn't like that.
but I like to cry.
I don't think men should cry unless something falls on them.
Well, that's a kind of sexism. You know, men have been programmed not to show feeling.
Don't talk to me about sexism. You're the one who started talking about my breasts the minute I sat down.
I feel like I'm gonna cry now.
Why do you want to cry?
I feel you don't like me enough. I think you're making eyes at the waiter.
I haven't even seen the waiter. Please. People are staring. They'll think it's something I said.
Oh, whew. I feel better after that. You have a lovely mouth.
Thank you.
I can tell you're very sensitive. I want you to have my children.
Thank you.
Do you feel ready to make a commitment?
I feel I should get to know you better.
Well, I feel we agree on all the issues. I feel that you like rock music and movies and quiet evening jogging and quiet evenings at home. I think you hate shallowness. I bet you never read People magazine.
I read it. I write for it.
I write for it too. I freelance actually. I send in letters. They printed one of them.
Oh, what was it about?
I wanted to see Gary Gilmore executed on television.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Did you identify with Jill Clayburgh in An Unmarried Woman?
Oh, yes, I did.
Me too. We agree on everything. Oh, I want to cry again.
I don't like men to cry. I like them to be strong.
Oh, you'd quite like Bob then.
Who?
You know.
Oh.
I feel I'm irritating you.
No, it's just that it's hard to get to know someone and the waiter hasn't come and I want to order.
Well, let's start all over again.
Oh,
Hello, my name is Bruce.
hello.
Prudence, that's a lovely name.
Thank you.
That's a lovely dress you're wearing.
Thank you. I like your necklace. It goes nicely with your chest hairs.
Thank you. I like your nail polish.
Oh, I have it on my toes too.
Oh, let me see.
Oh.
I think it's wonderful that you feel free enough with me to put your feet up on the table.
I didn't put my feet on the table. I put one foot. I wanted to get the attention of the waiter.
We agree on everything. It's amazing. I'm gonna cry again.
Please, you're annoying me. What is the matter?
I feel you're too dependent. I feel you want me to put up the storm windows. I feel you should do that.
I didn't say anything about storm windows.
Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. We agree.
What kind of childhood did you have?
Oh, nuns. I was taught by nuns. They really ruined me. I don't believe in God anymore. I believe in bran cereal. It helps prevent rectal cancer.
I like bran cereal too.
I want to marry you. I feel ready in my life to make a long-term commitment. We'll live in Connecticut. We'll have 2 cars. Bob will live over the garage. Everything will be wonderful.
I don't feel I can make a long-term commitment to you. I think you're insane, and I think I need to go.
Oh, please, don't go.
No, I really can't stay.
Don't go. They have a salad bar here.
So maybe for a little longer.
You're afraid of life, aren't you?
Well,
Your instinct is to run away. You're afraid of feeling, of emotion. That's wrong, Prudence, because then you have no passion. Did you see Equus? That doctor thought it was better to blind eight horses in a stable with a metal spike than to have no passion. In my life, I'm not going to be afraid to blind the horses, Prudence.
you ought to become a veterinarian.
You missed the metaphor.
I haven't missed the metaphor. I made a joke.
You totally missed the metaphor. I can never love someone who missed the metaphor.
Someone should have you committed.
I'm not the one who's afraid of commitment. You are.
Oh, dry up.
I was going to give you a fine dinner and then take you to see the Tree of Wooden Clogs and then home to my place for sexual intercourse. But now I think you should leave.
You're not rejecting me, buddy. I'm rejecting you. You're a real first-class idiot.
And you're a castrating frigid bitch.
Nothing seems to get the attention of that waiter, does it?
Ta-ta!
What do you mean?
You're a bad wife.
I'm not. Who said I am?
Not to make your husband a cup of tea. Terrible.
He knows I'm not a bad wife.
Giving him sour milk instead.
It wasn't sour.
Disgraceful.
You mind your own business anyway. You won't find many better wives than me, I can tell you. I keep a very nice house and I keep it clean.
Whoa!
Yes, and this house is very well known for a very good boarding house for visitors.
Visitors? Do you know how many visitors you've had since I've been here?
How many?
One.
Who?
Me, I'm your visitor.
You're a liar. This house is on the list.
I bet it is.
I know it is. Was it nice?
What?
The fried bread.
Succulent.
You shouldn't say that word.
What word?
That word you said.
What? Succulent?
Don't say it.
What's the matter with it?
You shouldn't say that word to a married woman.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's true.
Who told you that?
Never you mind.
If I can't say it to a married woman, who can I say it to?
You're bad.
What about some tea?
You want some tea?
Yeah,
Say please.
please.
Say sorry first.
Sorry first.
No, just sorry.
Just sorry.
Ha! You deserve the strap.
Get away from me.
I brought the pot in.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
You don't deserve it, though.
Why not?
Go on calling me that.
Mine?
How long has the tea been in the
How
pot?
long has this tea been in the pot?
It's good tea, good strong tea.
This isn't tea. This is gravy.
It's not.
Get out of it, you suckling old washing bag.
I am not. And it isn't your place to tell me if I am.
It isn't your place to come into a man's bedroom and wake him up.
Stanley, don't you like a cup of tea of a morning, the one I bring you?
I can't drink this muck. Didn't anyone ever tell you to warm the pot at least?
That's good strong tea, that's all.
God. Yeah, I'm tired. Hmm. Not the bloody table! Gee.
Stan,
What?
am I really succulent?
Oh, you are. I'd rather have you than a cold in my nose any day.
You're just saying that.
Look, why don't you get this place cleared up? It's a pigsty. And another thing, what about my room? It needs sweeping, it needs papering. I need a new room.
Oh, Stan, that's a lovely room. I had some lovely afternoons in that room. Is the sun shining? What you smoking?
A cigarette?
You gonna give me one?
No.
I like cigarettes. Tickle, 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 tickle.
Don't do that.
Are you going out?
Not with you.
You'll be lonely all by yourself
Or will I?
without your old Meg.
Oh.
I gotta get things in for the two gentlemen.
What two gentlemen?
I'm expecting visitors.
What?
You didn't know that, did you?
What are you talking about?
Two gentlemen asked Petey if they could come and stay for a couple of nights. I'm expecting them.
I don't believe it.
Well, it's true.
You're saying it on purpose.
Petey told me this morning,
When was it? When did he see them?
last night.
Who are they?
I don't know.
Here? They wanted to come here?
Yes, they did.
Why?
This house is on the list.
But who are they?
You'll see when they come.
They won't come.
Why not?
I tell you, they won't come. Why didn't they come last night if they were coming?
Perhaps they couldn't find this place in the dark. It's not easy to find in the dark.
They won't come. Someone's taking the Michael. Forget all about it. It's a false alarm. A false alarm. Where's my tea?
I took it away. I didn't want it.
What do you mean you took it away?
I took it away.
What'd you take it away for?
I didn't want it.
Who says I didn't want it?
You did.
Who gave you the right to take away my tea?
You wouldn't drink it.
Who do you think you're talking to?
What?
Come here.
What do you mean?
Come over here.
No.
I want to ask you something. Come on. All right, I can ask it from here just as well. Tell me, Mrs. Bowles, when you address yourself to me, do you ever ask yourself who exactly you're talking to? Huh? Oh.
Didn't you enjoy your breakfast this morning, Stan?
Oh.
Stan?
Oh.
When are you going to play the piano again?
Oh.
Like you used to.
Oh.
I used to like watching you play the piano. When are you going to play it again?
I can't, can I?
Why not?
I don't have a piano, have I?
No, I meant like when you were working, that piano.
Go and do your shopping.
But you wouldn't have to go away if you got a job, would you? You could play the piano on the pier.
I've been offered a job, as a matter of fact.
What?
Yes, I'm considering a job at the moment.
You're not.
Yes, a good one too, in Berlin.
Berlin?
Berlin, a nightclub, playing the piano, and all a fabulous salary, and all found.
How long for?
We don't stay in Berlin. Then we go to Athens.
How long for?
Oh, then yes, let me pay a flying visit to what's his name?
Where?
Oh, Constantinople, Zagreb, Vladivostok.
Have you played the
It's
piano?
around the world tour.
Have you played the piano in those places before?
Played the piano. I've played the piano all around the world, all around the country. I once gave a concert.
A concert?
Yes, it was a good one too. They were all there that night, every single one of them. It was a great success. Yes, a concert in Laura Edmonton.
What'd you wear?
Oh, I had a unique touch, absolutely unique. Yeah, they came up to me. They came up to me and they said they were grateful. Champagne we had that night, a lot. Yes, Laura Edmonton. Then my father nearly came down to hear me. Well, I dropped him a card anyway, but I don't think he can make it. No, I lost the address. That's what it was. Yes, Laura and Martin. Then after that, do you know what they did? They carved me up. Carved me up. It was all arranged. It was all worked out. My next concert, somewhere else it was in winter. I went down there to play. And when I got there, the hall was closed. The place was shuttered up. Not even a caretaker. The place was all closed. A fast one. They pulled a fast one. I'd like to know who's responsible for that. All right, Jack, I can take a tip. They want me to crawl down on my bended knees? Well, I can take a tip any day of the week. Look at her. You're just an old piece of rock cake, aren't you? That's what you are, aren't you?
Don't you go away again, Stan. You stay here. You'll be better off. You stay with your old Meg. Oh, aren't you feeling well this morning, Stan? Did you pay a visit this morning?
Meg, do you know what?
What?
Have you heard the latest?
No,
I bet you have.
I haven't.
Shall I tell you?
What latest?
You haven't heard it?
No.
They're coming today.
Who?
They're coming in a van.
Who?
You know what they've got in that van?
What?
They've got a wheelbarrow in that van.
They haven't.
A big wheelbarrow. And when the van stops, they'll wheel it out and they'll wheel it up to the garden path and then they'll stop at the front door.
They don't.
They're looking for someone.
They're not.
They're looking for someone, a certain person.
No, they're not.
Shall I tell you who they're looking for?
No.
You don't want me to tell you?
You're a liar.
Is this window 7?
Yes.
I'm afraid something rather complicated has happened with my driver's license.
I'm sorry to hear that. What happened?
Well, you see, I moved here from another state and let my driver's license lapse. And
Yes.
did I wait till you're finished?
I don't think so. It's a very long book.
But are you listening to my problem?
I can listen and read it at the same time. Go on.
Oh. And anyway, I took the driver's test again and I got this temporary license, which is now expired. And I've never gotten my permanent one. And when I called about it, they told me they lost me on the computer. They didn't have a record of me taking the test. So they couldn't send me my license, even though I did take and pass the test. Your turn to say something.
Wait a minute. I wanted to finish the paragraph. Now, what seems to be the matter in one sentence?
I haven't received my driver's license.
Oh, let me see if you're on the computer.
I'm not on the computer.
What is your name?
I'm not on the computer.
How do you spell that?
I am not on the computer. I went to window 3. They told me there was no record of me on the computer.
I'm not window 3, I'm window 7, and I need to know your name.
Janice Agnes.
As that is an aardvark, G is in the Guzzenheit, N is an nincompoop, E as an excruciating, S in the seltzer water, pause, J is in Jupiter, A and is Agnes, N is in Nancy, I is in the Gnaramus, and S as in the slow lingering death.
Yes.
Well, you're not on the computer.
I told you I wasn't.
Fine, I will give you an award at the end of the day. How else may I help you?
I would like to get my permanent license.
I'm sorry, there is no record of you on the computer.
Let me have this temporary license.
This temporary license has expired.
I know it's expired.
It's no longer a valid license.
I know that. That's why I want my permanent one. I hadn't noticed that it expired that expired before they sent it in the mail. I thought everything was all right.
What a funny thing to do. If you do not have a valid driver's license, how did you get here to the division of motor vehicles?
I took a bus.
Can you prove that to me?
What?
I trust you did not drive the car yourself, did you, Mrs. Janice Agnes?
No, I know my license is not valid.
No, that is correct. You have an invalid license. Good morning.
You're not helping me.
How may I help you?
I want to get my permanent license.
You must take the driving test.
But I took the driving test.
I have no record of that.
Of course, you have no record of it. Some schmuck lost it on the computer and
Kindly do not speak Yiddish to me. If you wish to make an appointment to take the driving test, go to window 4.
I don't want to take the test again.
Well, when did you take the test before?
It's the same date that's on this temporary license.
February 3rd, 1894. The division of motor vehicles did not exist in 1894.
Oh, let me see that. Oh, it's a typo. Oh, it's clearly meant to be 1994.
I'm willing to agree with you with that. It's more likely a typo. You see, I don't stick to the rules on everything. I'm human. What is your name again?
Janice Agnes.
Is that A is an Artborg? She is in Guggenheim.
Janice Agnes.
Let me see. We have a record of you on the computer.
I told you. Don't you remember?
Why are you shouting at me? When I'm shouted at, I don't feel like cooperating.
You haven't been cooperating.
I have been cooperating. If I had not been cooperating, you would have been shouting at me earlier than this.
I want my license.
Well, you can't have it. You're not on the computer.
But that's not my fault.
Well, and it's not my fault either. We are both blameless. Isn't it a nice feeling?
You're not helping me.
I'm doing everything in my power.
But don't you have more power than you're using? I mean, couldn't you, like, perhaps type my name into the computer and then send me my license?
No, only the secretary of the driving test site can do that.
Yeah, but when she forgets to do that at the time of the test, couldn't someone else do it then?
If the secretary of the driving test site is willing to write a note admitting that she had forgotten to type in your name, then I can enter your name into the computer, and then we will fire her. Do you want her to lose her job?
No. I want you to lose your job.
I don't see how you can expect me to help you if you're going to be hostile.
Isn't there anything that you can think of to help solve this problem?
If you could relieve the initial driving test when it was finished, you could ask to watch the secretary type in your name and your test result into the computer.
Your suggestion is that I relive the initial driving test.
It is a hypothetical suggestion, I admit, but it is the limit of what I can think of to assist you.
May I see your supervisor, please?
My supervisor is shredding documents in the other room and cannot be disturbed.
Look into my eyes. I want you to tell me what to do to solve this problem, and I want you to tell me right now.
Move out of New York.
That's a good suggestion. Thank you.
Aha is nice.
Start again, Mel, you're muted. Mel, you're muted. Start again.
It gets dark so early now. Cooking always makes me feel better. Well, I guess we'd better give the Duchess some dinner. When the hawks descend, you gotta feed them. Where's Joe? Where's Joe?
Gone.
A patient? Will he be back in time for dinner?
No,
Huh, we'll save dinner for him then. Karen, what's the matter?
he won't be back anymore.
You mean he won't be back anymore tonight?
He won't be back at all.
What happened? What happened, Karen?
He thought we had been lovers.
Oh, I don't believe you.
All right.
No, I don't believe it. I mean, he never said a word all these months, all during the trial. Didn't you tell him? For God's sake, didn't you tell him it wasn't true?
Yes,
He didn't believe you?
I guess he believed me.
Well, then what have you done?
What had to be done?
No, it's all wrong. Oh, you'll be back in a little while. You'll clear it all up. Oh, God, I wanted that for you. So
Don't. I feel sick to my stomach.
what's happened to us? What's really happened to us?
I don't know. I want to be sleepy. I want to go to sleep.
Go back to Joe. He's strong. He'll understand.
Stop talking about it. Let's pack up and get out of here. Let's take the train in the morning.
The train to where?
I don't know, any place, someplace.
A job? Money?
A big place, we could get something to do.
Yeah, they'd know about us. We've been famous.
To a small town then.
They'd know more about us.
Is there any place to go?
Nope. There'll never be any place for us to go. We'll sit. We'll be sitting here for the rest of our lives wondering what happened to us. You think this scene is strange? Get used to it. We're going to be here for a long time. Let's pinch each other once in a while. We can tell whether we're still living.
This isn't a new sin they tell us we've done. Other people aren't destroyed by it.
They're the people who believe in it, who want it, who've chosen it. We're not like that. We don't love each other. I don't love you. I mean, we've been very close to each other, of course. I've loved you like a friend, the way thousands of women feel about other women.
Yes.
Yeah, certainly that doesn't mean anything. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong about that. It's perfectly natural that I should be fond
Why
of
are
you.
you
That
saying this to me?
because I love you.
Of course, I love you too.
No. I loved you that way. Maybe the way they said that I loved you. I don't know. Listen to me.
What?
I have loved you the way they said.
Stop that crazy talk.
There's always been something wrong, always, as long as I can remember, but I never knew what it was till all this happened.
Stop it.
You're afraid of hearing it? I'm more afraid than you.
I won't listen to you.
Oh, take your hands down. You got to know it. I can't keep it any longer. I got to tell you how guilty I am.
You are guilty of nothing.
Oh, I've been telling myself that ever since that night we heard the child say it. I've been praying I could convince myself of it, but I can't. It's there. I don't know how. I don't know why, but I did love you. I do love you. I resented your marriage. Maybe because I wanted you. Maybe I've wanted you all along. Maybe I couldn't call it by a name. Maybe I've wanted you ever since I first knew you.
It's a lie. You're telling yourself a lie. We've never thought of each other that way.
No, of course you haven't, but who's to say I didn't? I never felt about anybody the way I feel about you. I never loved a man before. But I never knew why till all this happened.
You are tired and sick.
No. It's funny. It's all mixed up. There's something in you and you don't know it and you don't do anything about it. And then suddenly a child gets bored and lies and woo, there you are, seeing it for the first time. I don't know. It all seems to come back to me. I've ruined your life in some way. I've ruined my own. I didn't even know. Oh, there's a big difference between us now, Karen. I feel all dirty and I can't stay with you anymore, darling.
It isn't true. You've never said it. We'll forget about it by tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, that's a funny word. Karen, we would have had to invent a new language, the way children do without words in it, like tomorrow.
Go and lie down, Martha. You'll feel better.
No. You may send in the next patient, please, Marcia. Oh, hello.
Hello. Should I begin?
Would you like to begin?
I threw a glass of water in someone's face at a restaurant.
Did you?
Yes.
Did they get all wet?
Yes.
Oh, did I show you this drawing?
I don't remember. They all look alike.
Well, it was drawn by an emotionally disturbed 3-year-old. Parents feed him every morning after breakfast, orange juice, toast, special K. You see the point I'm making.
Yeah, yes, I do. Sort of. What point are you making?
Well, the point is, when a porpoise first comes to me, it's most immediately clear. Did I say porpoise? What word do I want? But porpoise, pompous, pom, paparazzi, polyester, polywog, polyoxen free, patient. Yes, patient. I'm sorry, I meant patient. Now, what was I saying?
Something about when a patient comes to you.
Give me more of a clue.
Something about the child's drawing and when a patient comes to you. And...
Yes. No. I need more. Give me more of a hint.
I don't know.
Oh, God, I hate this. Oh, damn, I just hate when I forget what I'm saying. Well, we'll just have to forge on, and you say something for a while. I'll try to remember what I was saying.
Do you want me to talk?
Would you like to talk?
I had an answer to the ad I put in.
Ad.
A personal ad.
Oh, yes, personal ad, yes. I told you that's how me and the first Mr. Wallace met. Oh, yes, I love personal ads. They're just so basic. Did it work out for you?
Well, I liked her, and I tried to be emotionally open with her. I even let myself cry.
Good for you.
Well, but she didn't like me, and then she threw water in my face.
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry. One has to be so emotionally open and vulnerable. Oh, you poor thing. I'm going to give you a hug. What did you do when she threw water in your face?
I threw it back in her face.
Oh, good for you. Bravo. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, I feel so good that you're getting so much more emotionally expressive since you started therapy. I'm so proud of you.
Well, maybe I came, maybe it was my fault. Maybe I probably came on too strong.
Oh, life is so difficult. When I met the second Mr. Wallace, it's so strange. All of my husbands have had the same surname of Wallace. That's a recurring theme in my own analysis. Well, anyway, when I met the second Mr. Wallace, I got a filing cabinet caught in my throat. Oh, filing cabinet. Oh, what do I mean? Filing cabinet, frying pan, frog's legs, faculty wives, frankincense, fornication, fouille bergère, file, fish, frog, fish, fork, fish, bone. I've got a fish bone caught in my throat.
And did you get it out?
Oh, yes. We got married. We had quite a wonderful relationship for a while. And then he started to see this fishwife and we broke up. No, I don't mean fishwife. I mean waitress. Is that a word? Waitress?
Yes, woman who works in a restaurant.
No, she didn't work in a restaurant. She worked in a department store. Sales lady. That's what she was.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, he was buying a gift for me. He ran off with the sales lady. He never even gave me the gift. He just left me a note. I was so very alone for a while. No. Oh, I'm afraid I'm taking up too much time. I'll knock a few dollars off the bill. You talk for a while. I'm getting tired anyway.
Oh, so I'm sort of afraid to put another ad in the paper since seeing how the last one worked out.
Oh, don't be afraid. Never be afraid. Never be afraid to risk. I've told you about Equus, haven't I? The doctor, Dr. Dysart, whom I greatly identify with, saw to it that it was better to risk madness and blind horses with a metal spike than to be safe and conventional and dull. Equus. No.
So you think I should put in another ad?
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, I'd be embarrassed to put the same one in again. I mean, when people read it, they're going to see things didn't work out the first time, and when they see it again.
Oh, we'll just make up a new one. What was your first one?
White male, let's see. White male, 30 to 35, 6'1", blue eyes, into rock music, movies, jogging, and quiet evenings at home, seeks attractive woman for serious relationship.
Oh, well, that's good, but it's not good enough. You need an ad that'll get someone more exceptional, someone who can appreciate your uniqueness.
Oh, in what ways am I unique?
Oh, the usual ways. Let's see. White male, 30 to 35, 6'1", no, 6'4", green eyes, Pulitzer Prize winning author into Kierkegaard, Joan Didion, and sex, seeks similar-minded female for unique experiences, sense of humor a must, right? Post office box, whatever. There, that should catch you somewhat excellent. Now, why don't you take this out to my dirigible and she'll type it up for you. And then, oh, I don't mean dirigible. I mean, Saskatchewan.
Secretary.
Yes, that's what I mean.
We haven't mentioned how my putting these ads in the paper for women are affecting Bob. He's real hostile about it.
Who's Bob?
The guy I've been living with for a year.
Bob. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else for this whole session. I mean, you're not Thomas Norton.
No, I'm Bruce Lathrop.
Oh, Bruce and Bob. Yes, it all comes back to me now. Oh, well, I'm very sorry. But you know what? This is a good ad anyway. That's it. So why don't you just bring it out to my dirigible and then come back in and we'll talk about something else for a while. I know, I mean, secretary. Sometimes I think I should have my blood sugar checked.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Wallace.
See you next week.
I thought you wanted me to come back to finish the session.
Oh, yes. I'll see you in a few minutes. Marcia, dear, you may send in the next porpoise, please. I don't mean porpoise. Oh, I mean pony, Pekingese, parka, penis. Oh, not that. I'm sorry, Marcia. I'll buzz back in when I think of it.
Bill looks good.
He could lose a few.
Oh, he's crazy about you.
Or make him laugh. He eats too much and he drinks too much. And he's a very considerate lover. So was Barney, as I remember.
Oh, God, I almost forgotten that.
Jurassic memories.
The village, the Chianti bottles, youth.
You were a lousy roommate.
You were worse.
You stole Marty away from me, snared him in your Shiksa net.
You tossed him to me like a party favor.
Now, who the hell can remember? We were all 12 years old.
You had hordes of Tumescent guys salivating in the wings.
Tumescent. Now there's a word you can wrap your tongue around.
God, how I envy you.
Envy, be serious. My body parts are slowly disintegrating. My children are candidates for the Hitler Youth, and I have moments of despair that would terrify you. If it wasn't for Phil, I'd be dead.
You're strong. You're resilient. You're everything I wanted to be.
Don't do that to me. Don't put me in some superwoman box. I'm just a quivering custard like everybody else. I just talk loud. I never had my 15 minutes. I skirted the area, but I never had my 15 minutes.
You had ardor, you had lustiness, you had desire.
Oh, that. We were all young. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Screwing my brains out.
I never had that.
It's exhausting. Why? You and Marty are fine, aren't you? You're his life, you know?
Yes, he's wonderful. I love him. I'm just getting to know him. He's such a sensitive. We're learning a lot about each other in third. I'm sorry.
Give yourself a break.
Passion. I never had passion. And now it's too late.
Don't be an ass. If Marty's slowing down, do what everybody does. Get a vibrator.
It's not Marty, it's me. Toxic nuns, sins of impurity. I'm strangling in some ancient rosary beads. I'm trapped in some medieval Lent.
You've been married forever in all those years, didn't you?
Yes, yes, it was pleasant. It was, oh, I don't know. Marty's too good. He's too kind. I need some fantasy Neanderthal who will treat me like,
Dirt.
yes,
Whatever works.
it's disgusting.
It's only disgusting when other people do it. Use your imagination. Get Marty a motorcycle jacket. Wear an old negligee he can rip off you. Dress up's fun. Phil loves it.
You're hysterical.
I'm serious. You have a great guy.
I know.
Well, cherish him.
Yes, yes, I know.
Be sure the motorcycle jacket is genuine leather
Okay,
with a lot of zippers.
right.
And handcuffs are not out of the question.
Absolutely.
Oh, here they come.
Good, you guys. Good. Let's, you want to take a 5? Everybody?
I don't care.
Yes.
Yes, I have to change.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, normally it's a new start for a new act. Take 5. We're back at 7:43.
Okay.
Bill,
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't do these during the scene because I forgot I had them. How are these for the psychiatrist?
Oh, I love it. I love
These
it.
are my old glasses.
Yeah, they're great.
Okay, I'll use these then.
Yeah, they're great.
Bill, I'm a little bit confused. Am I fourth in line for this?
1, 2, 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. You follow Cam and Mel doing Fallen Angels.
Cam and Mel. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
That looks like an orange jumpsuit.
A question.
Yeah.
Should I wear the same outfit that I wore for the first time I see Bruce, or should I have a different one?
I think it'd be good if you had a different one.
Okay. All right, good. Thank you.
All right.
Cam, did you send me an email?
Yes.
Okay, that was you. Okay.
Wait, so we're doing the second
Let's see.
Beyond Therapy,
Oh my
John.
God. Oh, holy shit.
I think it's this one.
No wonder. No wonder. Lipstick. Hi, buddy. Hi, bud.
Rob?
John, what page is your second Beyond Therapy scene with Anj?
I'll tell you, hold on a second.
I'm trying to find it. And I also don't have the cuts, but at least up here.
I sent you I sent it to you,
It's not
Cindy.
streaming anywhere.
I sent
Oh,
it
you
to you.
did?
Yes, I sent it an email this afternoon.
Oh, okay, let me look. I haven't been on in a couple hours, so let's see. John. Here it is. I got it.
Rob, I got your script, so I'll be on book for you.
Thank you.
And who Cindy's gonna be on book for Fallen Angels?
I have Fallen Angels
Or you have Fallen Angels? Thank
Yeah,
you.
Fallen Angels is one of the things I don't have.
and,
So
and I have Cindy's,
the father-daughter?
no, the other one
Oh, Angels. Yeah.
was happening to my.
Okay, I got it.
Wait a second.
Let me go back and find
Oh, fuck.
Vasily and Anj.
Rob?
What?
Rob,
Yes.
that looks like an orange jumpsuit.
It does.
You look like you're in Attica.
Oh, I guess I could change this.
You don't need to tonight, but for the show, I would not.
Yeah, it's probably not the best for the father-daughter scene, right?
Unless she's bailing him out.
Really.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
You should have something that depicts older age, like a sport coat and a tie, loose tie or something like that. Good work, you guys. Coming along.
Good, thank you.
That's good to hear.
Do they kind of come like right at what's the experience been like one after the other? Is it
It's nerve-wracking, but it's good.
good? Well, that's what I want you to get used to so that you can use those nerves to fuel what you're doing. So
Right.
Feels like we're in performance.
that's
Yeah.
good.
It does.
That's good. That's very good. Is everybody back? How about Rob? Is he back?
I'm getting my sports jacket on.
All right.
Getting
Well,
out of this jumpsuit.
and
Yeah,
then-
get rid of my jumpsuit. All right.
yeah, right.
I wasn't thinking.
Oh, hey.
Okay, so we're going to start with John and Anj in Beyond Therapy 2. Are we ready to go? Let's rock
Yep.
and roll.
All right.
Just give me 1 second. Okay.
Oh,
Hello again.
hello.
Odd coincidence.
Yes.
Are you meeting someone?
Well, yes, I am.
Me too.
Oh, are you answering an ad that you, did you put in an ad that somebody is answering?
Yes.
Well, I'm answering an ad too. I'm embarrassed to say.
Oh, never be embarrassed. We're all human.
Yes, well, I think I'll stay over here. Excuse me. Yes?
I'm afraid it's crossed my mind that you answered my ad again.
I wouldn't be so stupid as to answer the same ad twice.
I changed my ad. I was hoping to get a different sort of a person.
Are you the Pulitzer Prize winning author 6'4" who likes Kierkegaard, Mahler, and Joan Didion?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
I see. Oh, that was a ludicrous list of people to like anyway.
I'm sorry. It's just, it's just unlucky that it's you again.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, rather, I mean, unlucky for you too. That it's me. I mean,
You think we're the only two people who answer these ads?
I doubt it. Maybe we're fated.
Jinx seems more like it.
You feel unlucky in overall. I mean, in life, right?
You can going to sit down, are you?
Well, what else should I do? Go home to Bob?
Oh, yes. How is Bob?
He's kind of grumpy these days.
Perhaps he's having his period.
I don't know much about menstruation. Tell me about it.
Yes, I do think I am unlucky.
What? Well, yeah, how come a pretty girl like you hasn't been married?
Oh, how cute of a sentence. Why hasn't a girl like you been married?
Well, I was married. Right out of high school, I married this girl, Sally. I knew all through grammar school and everything. We were married for 6 years.
What happened?
I didn't understand about bisexuality then. I thought the fact that I wanted to sleep with the man who came to read the gas meter meant I was queer.
I'm never home when they come to read the meter.
I blame it on the nuns, really. Sisters of Mercy. I mean, they didn't tell us anything about bisexuality.
They didn't?
And so then Sally found out that I was sleeping with the gas man, and she got real angry. And I didn't know enough then to know that what I felt was perfectly normal. And that really, it's very nice if I was attracted to both my wife and to the gas man. So, then he took me to this very repressive psychiatrist who thought I was really sick. And he put me in the hospital and he gave me a brain scan. And after that, I saw him twice a week to find out what was wrong with me. And every 2 weeks, Sally made me go see this priest who lectured me and read to me from the book of Leviticus.
Well, I don't know the book of Leviticus, really.
Oh, it's this really terrific book in the Bible that says that if two men sleep together, they should be put to death. And then all about how animals, you shouldn't eat animals with cloven hooves or who chew their cud. Then they have this long list of animals. And then all about how women who have their period are unclean for 7 days. And if you touch them, you have to go wash yourself. And you can't sit in a chair they've used or anything. It's a really terrific book.
What happened to Sally?
Well, she was real mad at me, I guess. So she fell in love with the manager at the A&P and we got a divorce. So then I came to New York and I got a better therapist who made me see that what I felt was perfectly fine. And I've really been much happier. Although Sally still hates me. Well, what about your life? Has there been anyone serious?
Serious? I have 2 cats. That's serious. Let's see. My boss at Newsweek, that was serious. He was married and he said he couldn't get a divorce because his wife is insanely crazy. But and like in Jane Eyre, but I should have known better. She wasn't crazy. She was just in the Bahamas. And then it took me a couple of months to get to leave that job. I was afraid he would fire me, so then I just quit. And then I went to work for Newsweek, and at Newsweek I met Howard, who seemed very sweet, but he turned into a lunatic.
How a lunatic?
Well, he was a twin, and he thought he was his brother. And when his brother came over, he didn't know who he was. So I just sort of gave up trying to have relationships. And then I went to work for people.
Yeah, you shouldn't be so afraid of trying.
Well, I never asked you, what do you do for a living?
I sell mutual bonds. Would you like to buy some?
No, I don't understand about mutual bonds, but please don't explain them to me. I don't want to know.
You're so afraid of things. I feel this urge to help you. We can look into the abyss together.
Oh, please don't keep saying pretentious things. I'm going to break out in a rash.
Oh no, you're right. I guess I am pretentious.
I guess I am too hard on people.
Well, yeah, it's human to be stupid. There's a somebody I'm longing, da 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 da.
Someone to watch. Oh. I didn't realize you were stopping.
I didn't realize you were starting.
Yeah, It's a stupid song to like.
Oh, it's a pretty song.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I like you.
Do you?
I like women who are independent minded, don't look toward a man to do all their thinking for them. I like women who are persons.
That sounded like you were coached by Betty Friedan, but that's a nice sentiment. Of course, a woman who was independent minded wouldn't like someone to watch over me.
Well, we have to be open to contradictions. Nobody is just one thing.
That's very true. And that wasn't a crackpot comment at all. Huh. What kind of therapy are you in? One of those crackpot therapies? I'm sorry. That sounded, I'm sorry. I thought you would not be in a regular therapy, but some nut specialty. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be judgmental. Can I try again? Are you in a unique form of therapy?
Unique is a good word.
Mm.
We're all unique, Prudence.
Oop.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. One wants to move through life with elegance and grace, blossoming infrequently, but with exquisite taste. Like a rare bloom, a zebra orchid, one wants. But one so seldom gets what one wants, does one? No, one does not. One gets fucked over. One dies at 30, robbed of decades of majesty. Shh, fuck the shit. Look like a corpse. I'm upset. Oh, my queen. You know, you hit rock bottom when even drag is a drag.
Are you? Who are you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my hallucination?
I'm not in your hallucination, you're in my dream.
You're wearing makeup.
So are you.
You're a man.
Oh, my hand and feet give it away.
There must be some mistake here. I don't recognize you. Are you my some sort of imaginary friend?
No, aren't you too old to have imaginary friends?
I have emotional problems. I take too many pills. Why are you wearing makeup?
I was in the process of applying the face, trying to make it to feel myself better. I swiped the fall collection of Clinique at the Macy's.
You stole these?
I was out of cash. It was an emotional emergency.
Oh, Joe will be so angry. I promised him no more pills.
Oh, there's pills you're alluding to?
Valium. I take Valium, lots of Valium.
Then you dance as fast as you can.
Oh, I'm not addicted. I don't believe in addiction. And I never drink and I never take drugs.
Well, smell you, Nancy Drew.
Except Valium.
Except Valium. The wee whispers.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, Mormons are not supposed to be addicted to anything. I'm a Mormon.
I'm homosexual.
Oh, in my church, we don't believe in homosexuals.
In my church, we don't believe in Mormons.
Wait, what church do you... I get. I don't understand this. If I didn't see you before, and I don't think I did, then I don't think that you should be here in this hallucination, because in my experience, the mind, which is where hallucinations come from, it shouldn't be able to make up anything that wasn't there in the first place, that didn't enter it from experience, from the real world. I mean, imagination can't create anything new, can it? It just recycles bits and pieces from the world and reassembles them into visions. Am I making sense now?
Well, given the circumstances, yes.
All right, so when we think we've escaped the unbearable ordinariness and, well, untruthfulness of our lives, it's really only the same old ordinariness and falseness that's rearranged into the appearance of novelty and truth. Nothing known is unknowable. Don't you think that's depressing?
The limitation of imagination?
Yes.
It's something you learn after the second theme party. It's all been done before.
Yeah, but the world, it's so finite. It's terribly. This is the most depressing hallucination I've ever had.
I apologize. I do try to.
Oh, well, don't apologize. I mean, I can't expect someone who's really sick to entertain me.
How on earth did you know?
Oh, well, that happens. I mean, this is the very threshold of revelation sometimes. You can see things, how sick you are. Do you see anything about me?
Yes.
What?
You're amazingly unhappy.
It's no big deal. You meet a ballet addict, you figure out she's unhappy. That doesn't count. Of course, no, something else, something surprising.
Something surprising.
Yes.
Your husband's a homo.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Really?
Threshold of revelation.
Oh, well, I don't like your revelations. I don't think you would do it well at all. Joe's a very normal man. Oh, God. Oh, God. Do homos take like lots of long walks?
Oh, yes, we do. And stretch pants with lavender quaffs. He just looked at you and there was a...
Sort of a streak of recognition.
Mhm.
Like you know me incredibly well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have to go. I have to go get back. So something just fell apart.
I'm sorry.
I feel so sad.
I'm sorry. I usually say fuck the truth, but usually, mostly, truth fucks you.
I see something about you.
Oh,
Deep inside you, there's a part of you, the most inner part. It's entirely free of disease. I see that.
is that? No, that's not true. Ah,
Threshold of recognition. Home.
people come and go so quickly here.
Will you have wine?
No, thank you.
Oh, don't shout.
I shall shout if I like, Julia. You mustn't be dictatorial.
Let's have a toast.
Maurice Duclos.
Maurice Duclos.
Julia, wouldn't it be awful if a tree blew down and killed Fred and Willie on the golf links?
Oh, Jane, how can you?
It would serve us right.
It would be too terrible. I should never forgive myself.
Neither should I.
Have some more wine.
No, thank you.
Oh, do. Please do.
Thanks, darling.
Oh, will you have some fruit?
I couldn't.
Oh, do. It would round off the evening. I thought it would round off the evening so nicely.
It certainly will.
Oh, dear.
What are you laughing at?
You look frightfully funny.
What's the matter with me?
I don't know, you just do.
Oh, so do you. Come and look at yourself.
It's our heads, I think. They're far too.
That's because we had too much wine.
Much too much.
Let's sit down.
All right. Ugh.
Julia, wouldn't it be terrible if the Queen suddenly came in?
Oh, I don't think she will. She's embarrassed.
She's back. I'm beginning to feel warm and comfortable.
I am feeling absolutely splendid myself, and I insist on you having some fruit.
I couldn't.
I thought it round off the evening so nicely.
Oh, for heaven's sake, stop rounding off the meal because it's getting on my nerves.
Oh, don't be so temperamental.
I'm sorry, it was only a suggestion. Do you think it would matter if I took off my shoes?
Oh, not in the least. They all wear in Japan, I believe. Quite an old custom.
Ah. Ah. If Maurice had any instinct, he'd arrive now looking marvelous.
And make the most lovely sort of baffled.
What would baffle him?
Us, of course, because we'd be so aloof and stately.
I should be aloof and stately. I should give in without a murmur.
Then he'd want me more.
If you think that's the way to make him, you'd better encourage me.
Oh, you don't need any encouraging.
What do you mean by that?
What I say.
Oh, yes, of course.
Will you have? Oh. Will you have a liqueur? No, do. No, you don't want a liqueur. I know you don't want a liqueur. I will have a liqueur, I think.
How dare you
How dare I what?
insult me?
I didn't insult you.
Yes, you did. You went too far. What you said was beyond a joke.
It wasn't meant to be a joke. I hate jokes bitterly.
Then you meant what I said.
Meant what?
But how can anyone carry on a conversation with you when you keep on saying what all the time? If you can't say what I grasp, you'd better go to bed.
That was exceedingly rude of you, Jane.
Well, I'm sorry, Julia, but you're annoying me.
Unfortunately, this happens to be my flat.
Never mind, you'll get used to it in time.
Line.
Stop bickering, Jane.
Oh, stop bickering, Jane.
How can I stop bickering when you sit there abusing me?
I never abused you.
Yes, you did. You insinuated that I was brazen.
Well, so you are brazen sometimes. We all are. It's human nature to be brazen sometimes.
Nothing of the sort.
Oh, do stop contradicting me. It's infuriating me now.
Who was it? Wouldn't leave London this morning.
And why should I want to leave London this morning? I am very, very disappointed in you. I thought you had a nicer mind than that.
Ah, I suppose you think your mind's a lovely gilt basket filled with mixed fruit with a bow on the top.
Well, it's better than being an old sardine tin with a few fins left in it.
You'll regret that remark in your soberer moments.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have lost my sense of humor, perhaps because I'm tired. We've been together so much. I think we're beginning to grate on each other's nerves.
You're right. Now tell me, where are my shoes?
I really don't know. They can't have gone far.
I should like to shake you and shake you and shake you until your eyes drop out.
Indeed.
Yes. When you're superior and grand like that, you rouse the very worst in me.
Obviously.
You make me feel like a French Revolution virago, Julia. I should like to rush up and down Bond Street with one of your tiny heads on a pole.
I think it would be as well for you to pull yourself together.
I could bring you down to earth in one moment if I liked.
Oh, what vulgarity.
This is not vulgarity, Julia. It's something I was much more ashamed of than vulgarity, but I'm not ashamed of it anymore. Julia, I kept something from you.
I wish you'd go home, Jane.
I must have realized all along that you were going to turn out false and beastly.
What are you talking about?
Never you mind what I'm talking about. Where are my shoes?
Never mind about your shoes. What do you mean?
Give me my shoes.
They're probably under the table. You'd better get them and go.
And now, I'm glad I did keep it to myself.
That's better.
I suppose you're still far too grand to be curious. It concerns Maurice.
Oh, it concerns Maurice, does it?
Yes, I thought that would rouse you.
I think you'd better tell me if you don't want to wreck our friendship.
It certainly will wreck our friendship when I do tell you, and I don't care. Julia, I know where he is.
It's a lie.
No, it's true. I didn't want to tell you because I thought it might have hurt your feelings, but now I know you don't have any feelings to hurt. Only a shallow sort of social vanity.
How dare you? How dare you? I will never speak to you again as long as I live. You are utterly and completely contemptible. Please go at once.
No, I'm only too delighted. You must curb your social sense, Julia, if it leads you to drunken orgies and abuse.
Just go away.
Certainly I shall. And it may interest you to know that I'm going straight to Maurice.
Liar!
Oh, it's true. And I shall go away with him at once. And you and Fred and Willie can just go to hell. The whole lot of you.
I gotta go, Dad.
Why on earth are you going to Thailand of all places?
I want to spread my wings, Dad.
But Teresa, you don't have to go to Thailand to spread your wings.
Yes, Dad, but it is what I am doing.
Who is behind this? Who put you up to this?
Dad, I am not going with some guy.
What? So you're going alone?
Yes.
I thought maybe you might be going with some group or something.
No, Dad, just the me, myself, and I group.
Doesn't sound very safe. Remember the last time you went to Wisconsin all by yourself? You ended up in the hospital?
Yes, Dad, I had food poisoning and I was out the next day and everything worked out just fine.
What if you get food poisoning in Thailand?
Don't they have hospitals there too?
Yes, I suppose so. What about the Chow Pho Mafia?
Oh, Dad, please.
Why don't you consider a nice place like here in Jersey City?
Oh, what? So you can have me in your backyard practically.
Well, come to think of it, there's a very nice little apartment next door.
Dad, I need to get away.
Away from me, right?
I didn't say that.
But that's what you were thinking.
Dad, I gotta go. Now stop controlling me.
I don't want anything bad happen to you.
I know, Dad. I know.
I love you.
I love you too, Dad.
Do you really think you'll be safe in Thailand all by yourself?
Yes, Dad.
I certainly hope so.
I'm a grown woman now.
You're still my little girl.
Not anymore, Dad.
I guess I'm just not needed anymore.
Sure you are. I just have to do this so that I know that I can. It's important to me.
Okay, fine. If you must go, go. I will give you my blessing.
Great. Thank you.
Will you call me
Of course.
every day?
Every other day. I need my space, Dad.
Fine, every other day.
Look, I know that you care about me, but trust that you and Mom raised me well. I'm intelligent. I won't do anything stupid.
Don't eat any sushi, okay?
I won't.
How soon are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I got a super cheap flight the last minute on Expedia.com.
When are you returning?
I don't know.
This is a one-way flight?
Yes.
And where will you be staying?
Well, I've worked something out with an elephant sanctuary I'll be volunteering at.
Elephant sanctuary.
Yeah, it's a fabulous deal.
Doesn't sound very safe.
Will you please stop worrying?
Well, don't stay longer than a month, will you please? Okay.
Dad, what?
All right, 2 months.
I will let you know when I decide.
Fine. This is hard for me, baby girl.
I know.
You're moving so fast.
I like moving fast.
Too fast.
It's the best way to move, fast and free, courageously and decisively.
Why? I used to say that all the time.
Yes, you did. You taught me well.
Too well.
Well, Dad, I'm on the next fast plane to Thailand, thanks to you teaching me so well.
Oh, God. Shoot me now.
Well, don't say that, Dad. So long for now.
Oh, wait a minute. I should say something.
What now, Dad?
I'm sorry. Okay. I shouldn't keep trying to control you. It's wrong. Forgive me.
It's okay, Dad. I know you worry a lot ever since Mom died.
No. I've been a controlling father even before that. So
It's okay, Dad. I forgive you.
okay. Thank you. Well, thank you. Don't forget to call.
Oh, I won't. I know I'll hear from you if I don't.
You better believe it. Oh, I better get going. I'm running late for group therapy.
May I come in?
We would require a third party.
What was Donald's mother doing here?
We were having a chat.
About what?
A third party is truly required, Father.
No, sister. No third party. You and me are due for a talk. You have to stop this campaign against me.
You can stop it at any time.
How?
Confess and resign.
You are attempting to destroy my reputation, but the result of all this is going to be your removal, not mine.
What are you doing in this school?
I'm trying to do good.
Or even more to the point, what are you doing in the priesthood?
You are single-handedly holding this school and this parish back.
From what?
Progressive education and a welcoming church.
Lang,
You can't distract me.
you can't distract me, Father. This isn't about my behavior, it's about yours.
It's about your unfounded suspicions.
That's right. I have suspicions.
You know what I haven't understood through all this? Why do you suspect me? What have I done?
You gave that boy wine to drink and you let him take the blame.
That's completely untrue. Did you speak to Mr. McGinn?
Oh, Mr. McGinn knows as the boy drank wine. He doesn't know how he came to drink it.
Did his mother have something to add?
No,
So then that's it. There's nothing there.
I'm not satisfied.
Well, if you're not satisfied, ask the boy then.
No, he'd protect you. That's what he's been doing.
Oh, and why would he do that?
Because you have seduced him.
You're insane. You've got it in your head that corrupted this child after giving him wine, and nothing I say will change that.
That's right.
But correct me if I'm wrong. This has nothing to do with the wine, not really. You had a fundamental mistrust of me before this incident. It was you who warned Sister James to be on the lookout, wasn't it?
That's true.
So you admit it.
Certainly.
Why?
I know people.
That's not good enough.
It won't have to be.
How's that?
You will tell me what you have done.
Oh, I will.
Yes.
I'm not one of your truant boys, you know. Sister James is convinced I'm innocent.
So you talked to Sister James. Well, of course, you talked to Sister James.
Did you know that Donald's father beats him?
Yes.
Well, might that not account for the odd behavior Sister James noticed in the boy?
It might.
Well, then what is it? What did you hear? What did you see that convinced you so thoroughly?
What does it matter?
I want to know.
On the first day of the school year, I saw you touch William London's wrist, and I saw him pull away.
That's all?
That was all.
But that's nothing.
What are you writing now?
You leave me no choice. I'm writing what you say. I tend to get too flustered to remember the details of an upsetting conversation. And this may be important when I talk to the Monsignor and explain to him why you have to be removed as principal of this school.
This morning, before I spoke with Mrs. Muller, I took the precaution of calling the last parish to which you were assigned.
What did he say?
Who?
The pastor?
I did not speak to the pastor. I spoke to one of the nuns.
You should have spoken to the pastor.
I spoke to a nun.
That's not the proper route for you to have taken, sister. The church is very clear. You're supposed to go through the pastor.
Why? Do you have an understanding, you and he? Father, you have a history.
You have no right to go rummaging through my past.
This is your third parish in 5 years.
Well, call the pastor and ask him why I left. It was perfectly innocent.
I am not calling the pastor.
I am a good priest, and there's nothing in my record to suggest otherwise.
You will go after another child and another child until you are stopped.
What nun did you speak to?
I won't say.
I've not touched a child.
You have.
You have not the slightest proof of anything.
But I have my certainty. And armed with that, I will go to your last parish and the one before that. I will do what needs to be done. I will find a parent, Father Flynn. Trust me, I will. A parent who probably doesn't know that you are still working with children. And once I do that, you will be exposed. You may even be attacked, metaphorically or otherwise.
You have no right to act on your own. You are a member of a religious order. You have taken vows, obedience being one of them. You answer to us. You have no right to step outside the church.
I will step outside the church if that's what needs to be done, though the door should shut behind me. I will do what needs to be done, Father, even if it means I am damned to hell. And you should understand that, or you mistake me. Now, did you give Donald Muller wine to drink?
Have you never done anything wrong?
I have.
Mortal sin?
Yes,
And?
I confessed it. Did you give Donald Muller wine to drink?
No.
Mental reservation?
No.
Very well. If you will not leave my office, I will. And once I go, I will not stop.
Wait.
You will request a transfer from this parish. You will take a leave of absence until it is granted.
And do what, for the love of God? My life is here.
Don't.
If you say these things, I won't be able to do my work in the community. My reputation is at stake.
Your work in this community should be discontinued.
If you say these things, you'd leave me nothing.
That's not true. It's Donald Muller that has nothing, and you took full advantage of that.
I have not done anything wrong. I care about that boy very much.
Because you smile at him and sympathize with him and talk to him as if you are the same.
That child needed a friend.
You are a cheat. That warm feeling you experienced when the boy looked at you with trust was not the sensation of virtue. It can be got by a drunkard from his tot of rum. You are a disgrace to the collar. The only reason that you haven't been thrown out of the church is the decline in vocations.
I can fight you.
You will lose.
You can't know that.
I know.
Where's your compassion?
Nowhere you can get at it. Stay here. Compose yourself. Use the phone if you have to. Good day, Father. I have no sympathy for you. I know that you are invulnerable to true regret, and cut your nails.
Hi, babe. It's me. What you doing? Well, I'm just waiting for my next patient. Last night was great, wasn't it? It was great. What? So quickly. What is it with you women? You read said goddamn sex manuals and then you think sex is supposed to go for hours or something? I mean, if you're so frigid and you cannot get excited in a couple of minutes, it's not my problem. No, it isn't. Well, fuck you too. Jesus, God. Betty, you can send in the next patient. Hello?
Oh,
What's on your mind this week?
nothing.
God damn it. I don't feel like dragging any word out of you. Talk, damn it.
What?
You pay me to listen, so talk. I'm sorry. I'm on the edge today, and all my patients are. None of them talk. None of them talk. Well, this guy talk, but he talks in Yiddish a lot, and I don't fucking understand what he's saying.
Tell him that you don't
Well,
understand.
don't tell me how to run my business. Besides, we're here to talk about you. So, how was your week? Another series of lonely and loveless evenings. I'm still here, babe.
Don't call me babe. No. I've had some pleasant evenings, actually.
You have.
Yes, I have.
You've been answering ads in the paper again.
Well, yes, actually.
It's a slutty thing to do.
As a therapist, you are utterly ridiculous.
I'm just kidding. You're not supposed to lose your sense of humor, babe, especially when you're a promiscuous stage.
I am not promiscuous.
There is nothing wrong with being promiscuous. We're all human.
Yes, we're all human.
So, who is this guy? Have you slept with him?
Dr. Framingham.
Really, I got an offer therapy.
Yes. We have slept together once. Well, I didn't plan it to happen, but
You're better than me.
Stuart,
No, really. You liked him better, tell me.
yes, much better.
I suppose he took his time. I suppose it just lasted for hours. That's sick. Wanting sex to take a long time is sick.
Well, he was attentive to how I felt, if that's what you mean.
So this fellow was a real success.
Success and failure are not really remarkable words to describe sexual outings, but if you must, yes, it was successful. Probably his experiences with men have made him all that better of a lover.
What?
He's bisexual.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so he tells me. I mean, Masters and Johnson say that homosexuals make much more attentive lovers anyway.
Bullshit. You're talking such bullshit. I understand all this now. And and so you cuddle with this eunuch who is in threat to you. I understand all this now.
You don't need to call him a eunuch. A eunuch has no testicles.
I've got balls, babe.
Oh, I'm so pleased for you. Have you written into the Guinness Book of Records yet?
You're afraid of men.
I am not afraid of men. However, I don't like men who are idiotic and boorish, which is what you are.
You're a fag hag.
Listen, I admit I find this man's bisexuality confusing, and I don't quite believe it. And I think probably he's a emotional and intellectual nut. And so far his attention towards me is practically non-existent. What are my options? A 2-minute roll in the hay with you where you show no distinction between sexual intercourse and push-ups, and then a happy evening of admiring your underarm hair and your belt buckles. What are you writing?
I'd like to give this patient electroshock therapy. I'd like to put this patient into a clothes dryer until her hair falls out. I'd like to tie her to the radiator and
I think this is obviously my last session.
No. I was just testing. It was a test. I was just putting you on.
For what purpose?
I can't tell you. It would interfere with therapy.
You call this therapy?
We're reaching the richest part of our therapy, and I already can see the results. You never used to be able to express your anger so openly.
Anybody can be goaded into anger. That's not a change.
It is change. I've helped you. But I think you're entering a very uncharted part of your life just now. And so you must stay with your therapist. You going out with homosexuals, and God knows what you're going to do next. I'm serious. I'm holding the lifeline. Don't turn away.
Well, I'll think about it. Oh, I don't know.
You're a very sick woman, babe. And you mustn't just stay without your therapist even for a day.
Is this session over?
We have 30 more minutes.
Could I leave early?
I think it's very important if we finish out the session.
I think I should go.
Please. 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 Please.
Right. God's sakes.
When are you going to see this person again? I'm asking you as your therapist.
Tonight. He's making dinner for us.
He's making dinner.
Yeah, he says he likes to cook.
I don't think I need to say anything more.
I don't think you do either.
Wow, you guys, that was pretty close on the time. Pretty damn close.
Am I off camera? No, okay, okay.
But we're good on time. It's great. Both acts are under an hour, so that's great. I think that's perfect.
It's much shorter than I thought it would be.
Well, no, I mean, you saw the times that I was guessing at. A couple of them I had an accurate time. I mean, really, second act was about 50 minutes and the first act was 52 minutes. So it was pretty damn close. So that was, I mean, it doesn't include any talking or whatever, and there won't be a whole lot of talking. I want to ask John, will it be possible to put up a placard between each scene that would list the scene and the author's name?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
that would be great. Then I won't have to bump in and bump out. In other words, I can start and say something before Act 1, and I can start and say something before Act 2, and then the placards will tell the story of each individual scene, right? I think that'd be better. Mel, you seem to make it okay. Were you all right?
It went as smooth as it has gone ever.
Well,
So
I'm so proud.
it was no trouble at all. Everything
Good.
else I did was trouble, but the
Why not?
headdress was good.
Now, why do you say that?
Oh God, I couldn't, I wasn't feeling it.
Okay. All night you weren't feeling it?
Mm. Now, at the halfway through Doubt, I started to feel it because I got so mad at myself.
I should have looked. I should have like spent time looking at you in that habit before we went on.
No.
You came on in that habit. I just wanted to bust out laughing. I'm sorry. I mean, you look great. You look great, but it was like, whoa.
That's great.
Oh, God.
Okay, guys, well, let me run over a few notes that I took down, like 5-6 pages of notes here. So I'll run through them and then we'll talk some more, okay?
Okay.
So in the first scene, John, you have lovely breasts should be a much faster pickup to throw Anj off of her rhythm. That should come up right away. I don't know what comes before it, but.
Yep.
And Anj, you know what? You're using that glass so well. Can you put some ice in it?
Yeah, you know what happened? I forgot my glass I was using something totally different. Yes, I will put ice in it.
Some ice in it. And also, you know, if you use crushed ice, then you'll have the opportunity to suck a little and
Right.
crunch a little. So, you know, I mean,
Right.
it might be a good comic tool for you.
Okay, great.
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that. This is about him crying.
Right.
It's got to be a much strong. I wouldn't fucking like that.
Okay, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, really. I mean, just really, really, really tough. Don't forget her protection is, you know, her protection. She puts up a wall, man, and that's exactly what that is.
Okay.
Anj, get to know you better. What is that? Get to know you better. It's toward the end.
Isn't that I want to marry you or something?
I want to get to know you better, I'd like to get to know you better. I don't know. Where is that? Shit.
Oh,
Okay,
There
wait,
it is.
on therapy.
It's before rectal cancer. And get to know you better.
Before this scene, so.
Certain of it. Can't find it.
oh, God.
I'd like to get to, who said that? She says it or he says it?
I think she says it.
Okay.
Because the note I have is that you would need to be certain of it.
Okay, he says, do you feel ready to make a commitment? I say, I feel I need to get to know you better.
Yeah,
I feel I need to get to know you better. I mean, give me
Okay,
a
I feel
fucking
I need to
break. I
get
feel
to
I
know you
need to
better.
get, yeah, really,
Like,
don't
what
you
the
think?
fuck, you loser?
I mean, we've only had 37 seconds of a scene. I think I need to get to know you better, right?
Okay, all righty.
Again, don't be afraid to be tough,
Okay.
because that's your issue. And then once he mentions rectal cancer, I think you're pretty much out of there. I mean, you need to react to that.
Oh, I thought I did, okay. Oh, I reacted to, okay, okay.
Yeah, and then it's like from that point on, I don't think there's anything you want to stay for. I don't think there's any positive thing going on after that, but I think that sort of kicks it off. And the water in the face, you guys, which works so well, your water didn't go into the camera. It went to the side of the camera.
Oh,
John's
okay.
went right in his face, but that,
Okay,
again, I just got to say it's a great opening scene and you guys are doing a terrific job on that. So
thank you.
it's great. Really nice. Very funny scene. Second scene, Rob and Cam, birthday party. Cam, you have a line, I'm not. Who said that? Right? That's at the
I'm
very
not who said I am.
Yeah.
He says,
That's-
you're a bad wife. I'm not who said I am.
I'm not. Who said I am? Those are two completely distinctive thoughts. You can't connect them.
Okay,
One is a reaction and the other one is sort of an accusation. Who was the
Okay.
bitch that said that, right?
okay,
Rob, when you taste, you have to taste the tea and then react to it and then speak.
Okay.
Okay? It's a 3-step process there.
Okay.
Okay? Cam, important. This house is on the list. You should make yourself and your house more important with that line,
okay,
right? And then you say it again later in the scene, and you should say it like you're telling him this house is on the list, like you're saying it for the second time. Like he forgot,
okay.
right? Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, Rob, react to what yeah, Rob, here's another situation. Look, Rob, look at me. She's saying this in the camera and then you got to go, what to, gentlemen? In other words, you got to take that in and what it means to you. And then you got to come out with what to, gentlemen, but you got to take that in first. It's a similar thing, right?
Okay.
Okay, because that's the insecurity. It's the insecurity that I want you to expose right into the camera.
Okay.
Cam, I think you're acting a little too much on your bad, and also you should take the strap.
Okay.
I would just think of that as more of a sort of an almost like a dominatrix. Oh, you're bad. You're bad. Not you're bad. That it's too much. It's just like, oh, you're bad.
Oh, you're bad.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's it.
Okay.
Much better.
So
Much better.
throwaways.
Yeah, if you want to call it that, but it's just not making too much out of it.
Okay.
Okay. Rob, Macho, who do you think you're talking to? That's your beginning of your macho beat.
Okay.
Throw a fuck in there, even, throw a subconscious fuck in there. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Just a complete change in character.
Okay.
Okay, great. So lovely afternoons in that room. Yeah. Hey, Cam, after you say, I've spent some lovely afternoons in that room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he leaves for a second, right?
Yeah, he goes and looks out the door.
Right, great. So when he leaves, start to clean around the window, which is what he stopped you from before, which will keep you active, and then
Okay,
it'll
so do it again. Or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
I'll You know what? I'll clean the table.
Yeah,
again,
now that he's
because that's
gone,
what
you're
it's done.
clear to clean the table, and that'll keep the activity and hold the scene. Okay, Rob, I can't, can I?
Right.
What is that? I can't, can I?
I can't play the piano.
I can't, can I?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, and that should be like, you should say that from an unbelievable, I can't, can I? I mean, there's no fucking piano in the house, right? I mean, it's unbelievable that she could even say that to you, that she even asked that. It's just so ridiculous.
beyond belief. I got.
Beyond belief. I love that. Beyond belief. Cam, here's a similar note to what I gave Rob is you got offered a job. In other words, you got to take that and what it means to you in and then follow through on it.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Wait, you got offered a job
Yeah.
Wait. so-
React first
I mean-
and then follow through on your reaction. Follow through. It's what I'm trying to do for both of you is expose your insecurities. Don't hide your insecurities.
Okay, so the actual first line is what? You mean, so that's what you mean by you got offered a job?
Yeah.
So and then you got off, it says what? And then he says something about I was offered a job and it's you
got
didn't.
offered a job? It's like there should be fear in that.
Okay.
Okay, great. Rob, react to what you wear. You know, when she says what do you wear,
Right.
what I mean, she's just calling you on your lie. You've got to make it up from there, but you got to have a little reaction, just a tiny little reaction that shows that you're creating the next lines.
I think she's still feeling enamored. You think she's calling me out on the lie. My feeling is that she's feeling enamored.
Well, that's okay, but your story is a ploy, right? And then she's asking you for specific. It's like somebody says to you, where were you the other day? And you say, well, I went to a movie. And they go, well, what movie did you go to? And they were lying about going to the movie. And so then you all of a sudden you got to dig deeper into the lie, right?
Right.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It needs that moment to know you got to dig deeper into the lie.
I mean, I really didn't really answer the question. I just said that I had a unique touch. That's all I said. I didn't even tell her what I wore. You know,
She asked you what did you wear?
Right. I'm just saying that I'm just becoming aware that I'm not even answering her question, really.
Right. Well, you're avoiding her. You're right. You're not answering it. You're avoiding her question because you don't have an answer. That makes sense, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Rob, I've heard the latest. You know, have you heard the latest? That's your final play, right?
Mm-hmm.
The funeral director's coming. I want you to enjoy her reaction to that. And that your reaction has got to be very fearful, Cam, about when you hear the guy with the wheelbarrow. And it's your last play. It's like really, I think you know that she's most afraid of dying. And I think you use that as your last play.
Bill?
Yeah.
You mean very fearful from the very beginning or from the wheelbarrows?
From the wheelbarrow.
From the wheelbarrow.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you both talked about it before, and I think we discussed it, and it's a metaphor for a gravedigger or something like that, right? It's the metaphor for death. So, you know, I want you to play it like that. That's what the wheelbarrow really means. They're coming for me. They're gonna put me under. That's really. And then when you guys when the doorbell comes or whatever it is, the knock, both of you need to look in the same direction as the knock. My suggestion is you both look to your left.
Okay, this is my left. Is this her left too?
It will be her left. Yep, absolutely.
Well, it looks like she's going the other way.
No, she's not. She's not. Both
Oh,
of you.
on my camera it is.
Well, whatever. But
our cameras are not the cameras. It's not the way the audience will see it.
yeah, I know. But if you both look to your left, you'll both be looking in the same direction because you're both facing the camera the same way.
And I'm going to give this this knock to
Keith,
Kev- Keithlin.
Keatlin. Okay. Lovely.
All right.
Who did that?
That was the one I created for my play, which I screwed up.
Midnight Hours.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. But it's coming along. The playfulness is starting to come along in the scene. It was much better, much better than last week.
Yeah, I definitely felt we were more engaged and more. We were.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
And we could take it to another level still, I think, in terms
Yes,
of
yeah.
playing off each other a little bit, but we're doing better, I think.
Well, yes, and enjoying the fact that you're having an effect on the other person when you're on top of the roost. That's all. It's just like knowing that you have her, and then all of a sudden you lose it. Oh my God. Okay, cool. Next up is DMV, which is in great shape. Wait a minute. Yeah, Vasily, your very first line when you come in. Wait a minute. I mean, be a real son of a bitch on that. Like you're fucking interrupting me. Wait a minute. Not just a casual wait a minute. Like, get the fuck out of my face. Okay? Much stronger. You had 2 mispronunciations that I need you to work on with your greatest friend in your apartment. Is ignoramus.
Ignoramus.
Ignoramus, either one works fine, but both that has to be clear. And also the word relive is not coming out clear. It's coming out relive.
I was rushing through, I think.
Well, and you got to be really clear there or the joke doesn't work, right? Reliving it does work.
Yes, sometimes it says like relieve.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Cindy, the one note I got for you on this scene is that you need to pick up. No, I want you to lose your job right away. I mean, I don't think that, I don't think that she has any doubt about that. I don't think she has to think about that. I think she's been thinking that for a long time.
Okay.
All right, great. Then the next scene we got up is, Children's Hour. Great. So Mel, what do you feel? What was it? The false start that messed?
No, I don't know. I just felt as if I was running this race and I couldn't catch up.
Well, that's good. Okay, that's why I'm glad we did this tonight, because you always have to get through something by actually getting through it. If this
Okay.
was thrown in next week, or God forbid we didn't do this until the tech rehearsal, that's what you would take in. That's why I did this tonight. And so
Good.
you'll learn how to, when that energy is happening, store that energy, because it's really helpful. Don't let it, in other words, what's happening to you can really fuel you it should never be a negative. What's happening to all of you, and this is the whole point of what I'm trying to teach, is what's happening to you is the whole point of what you have to engage. And if you're feeling a little anxious and you're feeling rushed, how can I put that anxiety into the next piece? Don't look at it as a negative, like, oh, I'm going to suck, right? In other words, it's like, it's what's happening to me. It's what I'm going to engage. It's what I'm going to use.
I just couldn't, I couldn't even get near that. I just was so out of breath.
Well, like I say,
I didn't know what to do.
I'm glad it
couldn't-
happened tonight. I'm glad it happened tonight. That's
Okay.
why. Okay. So
Okay.
and it happened tonight because you were experiencing this in a different way for the first time ever. All of you were experiencing it in a different way for the first time ever, which is
And
why.
I was late with Children's Hour. I didn't realize the scene before was ending as soon as it did. So I was caught on the left foot
Good.
right from the get-go. It was just
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know about anybody else, but for me, at least in the beginning, it was a little harder to concentrate than usual.
Of course, because you're, it's like, we have no breaks in between. It's just like, it's like a real play. It keeps coming at you. What am I going to do when it's coming at me? Yeah, Cam.
if anybody, I don't type well enough, but if anybody could make a cheat sheet with the last paragraph of each scene,
Ah,
so we would
Well, I think I think it's gonna be okay, Cam, because there will be the placards between the scenes. In other words, you'll know it when the scene is over and the next placard comes up. So that there's gonna be a punctuation point on each scene. So I don't think you have to worry about that. I think that's an unfounded worry.
Okay,
Okay, well,
But
we'll
if
see.
there is, Cam, and you have them, I can do it for you.
Yeah.
that would be wonderful. That would be marvelous.
Sure.
Mel, in the children's hour scene, you have a line train to where? What is that? It's at the
When she
beginning.
says, let's take a train, and I say the train to where?
Yeah. That should just be, I mean, based on how you're feeling right now, how the character is feeling right now, there should just be a great sense of bitterness and confusion to that line. You
Okay,
know, yeah, it just nothing's going anywhere. You don't even know what you're into. I mean, you know what you're into because you've had these thoughts before, but not about her. But it's just, it's like your knowledge of what's ahead based on what's going on right now is just a sense of, oh my God, I don't know what to do, but whatever it is, I just fucking hate it. After, why are you saying this to me? Good, good, good. There was another point, you'll see it on the playback, Mel. You say, why are you saying this to me?
No, I say that.
You say that. Okay, then I'm set. Yeah. And then Mel, on the playback, you'll see that you looked away. You looked away and then put something together and then came back. And I want you to notice that. And it'd be so much stronger if I see you make that look away adjustment right into the camera so that it goes in, right? So that your reaction to that after why are you saying this to me? I want you to process that right in the camera. Don't turn away.
okay.
And I think the turn away was just, you know, I think it had to do with probably what you were really feeling. And so, okay. Again, what's the advantage of Zoom in these scene study classes is that I can watch in a close-up the change happen to you. And if you allow a change and trust the fact that if you're making that change right into the camera, that I will see it, I will believe it. But what happens is sometimes you just turn away and then you come back and it just isn't as powerful on Zoom as exposing the changes, right? I think we even talked about, have we ever talked about this? It's been so long since anybody's ever auditioned, but if you're ever doing 2 audition pieces, right? You're doing one after the other. Most actors will finish the first piece and then turn around and then come back around. And I'm saying, finish the first piece, hold on to that energy, use that energy to make the transition into your second piece right in front of the people that you're auditioning for. Expose the transition, expose what you think you're hiding by turning around. The idea of exposing yourself is what you want to do in any audition, Zoom, television, film, theater. The aspect of exposing yourself is the most exciting thing. Most everybody tries to hide that. The more you expose, the more you become an individual powerhouse because you're not afraid of exposing. That's what's really exciting about this. Does that make sense? Yeah, great. Okay, cool. Anj, her confession. When she starts confessing it, right? What you never even suspected. And what's happened to you, and this is, she's telling you this after all this other stuff has happened. I think a great deal of fear has to come into this character. And that's what I want you to take inside of you is when she starts doing it, it just, everything was a bunch of incidents before. Now it's personally frightening to me, and take that in deeper inside as much as you can.
Okay.
Because like, it's such fuel for, it isn't true. You know, I mean, it's just gonna come out of you if you allow it in first.
Okay.
Great.
Mhm.
Okay, then we get to,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Now we get to, Cindy and John Beyond Therapy. Let me ask you something. Do you guys think that drawing should be a Rorschach?
Oh, okay, the drawing that, what I did was I looked up drawings made by abused children, but I can change it if you think I should.
Yeah, drawings made by abused children.
Really, I put in
There's really a
drawing-
website for that?
I did a Google search and I said abused child drawings and
I'll send in
came
my,
up with a
my
shitload of them.
drawings. I think it would be, I think the joke will be funnier if it's a Rorschach.
All right,
I mean, because that's the joke, right? I mean, they all look alike, right? I mean,
they do.
right, yeah, there you go.
All right, I'll
Uh,
look up for Rorschach.
Yeah, John, when you do secretary, when you say that line, secretary, help her. I mean, God, I can't stand to listen to you go through it any longer. Help her, please. Cindy, personal ad. All right, so Cindy, it's starting to come along. What's really starting to come along is your personal ad, right?
Uh-huh.
What is the beginning of that?
He says something about putting in an ad and I go ad, the personal ad. Oh yes, personal ad.
Yeah.
I love personal ads. I think it's like, oh, I told you that's how the first Mr.
Yeah. So then
I
it just
missed.
needs to be, oh, I told you how the first miss. Now it just becomes all about you. It's a rant about your life. And there's another one, you talk to animals or something. That's another part of that rant. Do you have, does that go in there too? Talk to animal?
Talk to animals?
Yeah. I write these notes down very quickly. I hope they mean
Pull
something.
that. I don't remember the animals. Let's
It
see.
should be right after that.
Okay.
Look that up and I'm gonna go on to John. No, when you say, John, when you say, no, I'm Bruce, you motherfucker. Right? And you've got to hang on to that point of view to the end of that scene.
Talk to animals.
Yeah, okay, maybe not. It's another
No,
rant.
you're talking about when I'm talking to Snoopy?
Yes, that's what it is.
Oh,
Yes,
geez,
yeah.
I feel you getting so much more emotionally expressive since you've been in therapy. I'm proud of you. And I say that to Snoopy.
Yeah, I feel that you're getting so much money. You should have lift him and have a conversation with that little animal, like he's actually hearing you. Like he's the only one in the room, not really your patient, like
So,
the
you know,
animal is
I
the only.
feel like you're being so more expressive since you've been in therapy. I'm so
Yes,
proud.
oh, you're such a good boy. Yes, absolutely.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Talk to the animals, like. Great. Okay, and then we go to, oh, yes, yes. Fallen Angels.
Oh, God.
Oh,
No,
please.
afterplay.
Oh, Afterplay, sorry, excuse me.
Good.
Cam and Anj, here we go. Don't do that, point strong. Yeah, Cam, don't do that to me.
Yeah,
Should have a very strong point of view, not just, don't do that, please.
Okay.
Everybody does that. Don't do that to me. I'm your good friend. Much stronger point of view. And you all know that when I say a stronger point of view, that a way to achieve that is to fuck exercise it. So that always works. Anj, big, I never heard of that proof of, in a bigger sense, at the very stop, I want you to be like her adoring fan. I mean, my God, it's just, I'm your biggest fan. You're absolutely the best. And then the proof of that is, I never had that. Right? It's like, oh, you have this and you have this. And she says something about sex. You go, I never had that. That's proof of the fact why I admire you. Okay. That's the big note. Better you be big, Cam. Don't do that to me. Anji, not Marty, it's me from start. It's not Marty. It's not Marty, it's me. What is that line in reference to?
if Marty's slowing down, then do what everybody does, get a vibrator.
It's not Marty, it's me.
Yeah, it's me. I mean, you got to completely admit that it's not Marty, it's me. That moment of admittance is an important moment, right? Okay. Don't want to throw that away. Also, there's a line that says dirt and then the line yes right after it. What is that?
That's I need some fantasy Neanderthal who will treat me like
Dirt.
yes.
Good. So I need some, now write this and make it dirty as you're writing it. Right. Yeah, right. It needs
Okay.
more dirt. And then she says, what's her response to that?
Dirt?
Yeah, dirt. And you
Oh,
go,
but
yes,
it's, yeah, yes.
yes. And you just keep following through on that. What I'm trying
Okay.
to do is to set you up for a really great run.
Okay,
Okay.
thank
Cool.
you.
No, thank you. All right, Act 2. Top scene is Anj and John. Anj, his reappearance. What is that? His reappearance.
When I come in and I notice him, oh, fuck, it's
Yeah.
him again.
Yeah. Needs to be
Okay,
really. And you got to hold on to that at least
Oh.
all the way through. You get to you have ludicrous, which comes a few lines later. See what happens. And again, one of the things that I want to reinforce to you is once you develop something that is that strong, you want to hold on to it. And
Okay.
you know, that's the thing that is the big risk is how long can I hold on to this? And then see where it takes you.
okay.
Okay, great. Fear only two people, two answers. What is your line? Only two people.
I missed the first part. I feel so stupid. Do you think we're the only two people that answer these ads?
Yeah, and there should be more fear in that.
Okay,
You think we're the only, I mean, my God. That real fear is gonna make that line work even better. John, really great book. So it doesn't have that sarcastic edge that it used to have. That, oh, it's a really fucked up book. I mean, it's a really great book. I need something more. I just didn't feel it this time. I'm never home. Yeah. Anj, you have a line, I'm never home. What is that?
I'm never home when they come to read the gas meter.
Yeah. And it should be like, just my luck. I'm never home when they come to read. I mean, I could be fucking a man all this time. I'm never fucking home when it's just like, just my luck. It never works out for me.
Okay.
Okay, great. Got a divorce. Be positive. Oh, John, when you talk about your ex-wife, yeah, well, and then we got a divorce. You should be happy about that. You should be positive about that. And Sally still hates me. You should be happy about that. You shouldn't play the tragedy because it's not a tragedy anymore. It's a release because you're such a advanced, cool guy, macho guy. Anj, okay, two cats story.
Yeah, I got that I was tongue tied on that thing.
Do that story for me once right now.
Serious? No, it starts out. I have two cats. Serious? Well, my boss at Newsweek, that was serious. He was married and he said he couldn't divorce his wife because she was hopelessly insane, like in Jane Eyre. But I should have known better. She wasn't insane. She was in the Bahamas. It took me.
Yeah, but I should have known better. She wasn't insane. She was in the Bahamas. It has to. It's too much.
Okay. I was struggling with the line.
That's it. So it was pacing protected. That was going on. So you just got to work that line so that your history and there's less acting in it, more just a fucking list of tragic shit that's happened to you. If it comes out that way, it's going to be much funnier than trying to make, again, each of the elements of it dramatic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the two of you, one of the areas, the big note is on this scene, since I've done so much editing on the scene, is you need to work on those transitions on how you get from one to the other. And if you have a question about that, let me know. I think it makes sense to me. I can understand why it might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to you, then ask me or try another thing. But I think those were the main rough spots. Was you would go along and then you would get to one of my transitions where I made a big honking cut. You wouldn't know how to get from A to B. And those are the areas you need to go over.
Okay.
Because of the drastic cuts. Did you all think the scene worked well? That with the
better?
Right? Did anybody notice the cuts? I mean, let's see, Cindy. Let's see that. Oh, that's absolutely perfect.
Ah, there.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks like a
absolutely.
vagina and ovaries.
It does, doesn't it?
Well,
It's-
no, you know what it looks like to me? It looks like a commedia mask for Pantalone.
Well, to me, it looked like a devil.
Yeah,
I
see
just want
that? That's
to
why
tell
we're
you,
all-
you are all very, very sick and you should go to your therapist tomorrow.
Thank you for pointing that out to us,
Well,
Mel.
you
Thank
can
you so
go
much.
To answer your question, I think
Yeah.
the cuts worked really well.
Yeah, did you?
I was reading it, yeah.
You didn't notice it. I mean, one of the things I tried to do with the cuts was each character has a story about where they're going, and the second meeting brings them together in another way. And I think we also ought to add, what's the very last line in the scene?
We're all unique, Prudence.
We're all unique, Prudence.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, let's go to another place and get a drink. Somebody needs to, so that we need to end it, you know, like no, the waiter's never gonna come. Let's go someplace else and get a drink. You know, something like that needs to end the scene, because the scene just stops and it doesn't
Right.
work. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, great.
All right, very good. Work crunches
You-
and nut therapies. Don't think. Let's go. Yeah. What are the nut therapies,
Well,
Anj?
I was screwed up that too. The line was, what kind of therapy are you in? One of those crackpot specialties? I'm sorry, I'm being judgmental again. I didn't think you'd be in a regular therapy. Thought you'd be in one of those nut specialties. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
trying.
Right. And each one of those is you're just saying something and you're not thinking about it.
Right.
You're not thinking. And then you have that moment when you hear yourself and what you said, and then you bring it back. But if it sounds like you're really thinking about it, then those moments don't work as well. You know how we just say sometimes we just say something is completely wrong.
Okay, okay.
Right. Okay, cool. Next scene is Angels in America. Good. Vasily, close-up check. Oh yeah, you know, your close-up shit is really starting to work great now. All that stuff is really working nice. And when you start to do the lines after the thing, bring some,
Flair.
yes, bring some flair to it with your hands. Bring the hands into it a little bit. Play a little bit more with them a little bit, okay? You're kind of doing it in profile, which works very nicely too.
Okay.
But the look into the mirror, all that stuff with the makeup, it's going so much better. I like it so much. Answer, no one does. No. Oh, there's a rhetorical question trick that you're not playing in there. It's no one does. What is that, Vasily?
No. Oh, that's in my first monologue.
Something, yeah.
No, one gets fucked over.
Give me the line. Give me the line before that. Give me the line. Give me the line before that.
But
One
one
never gets what one wants, does one? That?
Yeah, that's a rhetoric. One never gets what one wants, does one? No. You know, and then you got to play the answer really strong after the rhetorical question,
I see. All right.
right? You know, that trick works every time. And it's always right. I've never seen it fail. Anytime you see a rhetorical question and just answer it right after it, it always sets you on the right roll.
But one so seldom get what one wants, does one?
Yeah, but one so seldom gets what one does. I mean, one does so gets what one does one. No.
Well, it's actually no. Come on for a second. This is kind of an affirmation with the question.
Yes.
But so seldom get one wants, does one?
And then what's the next line?
Does not.
No, one does not. Right. It's a full answer to that. Exactly. And then follow through on that. Follow through there. Follow through on the answer. That's what really sets it out.
So you think that's a kind of a rule for that kind of,
I think it is. It's a rule. It's a Roudebush rule, really. I've
Okay,
never seen
great.
it fail. Bring me a time when it failed, and I will make myself. I'll prostrate myself. I don't know what I'll do.
You will eat your hat.
Thank you. I tried that a while. Look what happened.
I can fiddle on the roof when she's.
Yeah, I know. Well, the peninsula has receded into the mainland. Anyway.
Like Fiddler on the Roof when she
Yes.
goes, right, of course, right.
Right, of course, right.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's no
absolutely.
hair.
There's
You want
another
hair,
example.
marry a monkey.
Right.
Right.
There you go. All right, close up with that answer, got that. Another mispronounced word. You mispronounced the word decade.
Decades of Majesty
Hey,
Decades.
Yeah, you said decades.
or decades.
It doesn't.
Decades.
Yeah,
no,
it-
hold for a second. I'm confused. What is the right pronunciation?
decades.
Decade. Oh, I see. Got it.
Yeah, okay.
Decades.
Yeah. Cindy, first look. Oh, yeah. Cindy, is there a way that, yeah, when we come up on you, when he goes behind the screen, that you can be back here in the haze and then move right into the camera, so that, yeah, can you go
Oh,
further
yeah.
back than that?
What?
Go back further. Oh, that's great. Now come into the camera.
I'm gonna have to pull the chair.
Oh, that's good. Good. You don't have a rolling chair in the house?
I think so. I'll have to look.
That would be so cool. Then you could get a little further away and roll right into it. It'll look like a great hallucination.
Okay, I'll see what I got.
Absolutely, it works great. Vasily, too old for,
No, aren't you too old for to have imaginary friends? Is that?
yeah, that should
Oh,
be
yeah,
more,
yeah.
no, you're too old to have imaginary friends. You should
Oh,
be,
aren't you too old to have imaginary friends?
yeah, make her feel bad about it, accuse her of it, like there's something wrong with that. Okay, Cindy, here we go, almost. Shouldn't be able to make up something new. What is that?
In my experience, the mind, which is where hallucinations come from, shouldn't be able to make up
Right,
something.
in my
that hasn't
experience, the
entered into
mind,
it.
in other words, you've got to bring logic to that, Cindy. That's the beginning of your logic beat. And I think that's the central issue of the character that you're still
Yeah.
missing a little bit, because
I
she's
didn't
not
get-
she's not a stupid woman,
No,
right? So you just need to be more articulate and really work through the logic of that and make it make sense for somebody who has a brain. who's
okay, so
smart,
she
who
actually knows it better
Yes.
because I was working at it, that she was figuring it out as she was saying it.
No, because that's why there's two beats in this scene for you. There's the confusion beat of where am I? And then when you finally get oriented as to where you are, the logic of what you know about this situation starts to come in. So
Okay,
there's those two beats.
so she already knows before she says it. Okay.
Yeah. And then you actually, even through the logic, you make a discovery.
Yeah.
Don't you? What's the discovery you make?
The discovery.
Well, there's several. She discovers things about him.
Yeah, absolutely. So then it's like, oh my God, yes, there's something. I see something in you,
Yeah.
right? All of that thing is a follow through.
Okay,
Why on earth, how on earth did you know? Vasily, here's another, the same thing that I've given notes to everybody about this is when she says you're sick. How did you know? I mean, you got to suck that in. You got to take that in. Like the last thing in the world that you expected somebody to, how would she that is it showing? Is it, I can't see it. How did you, I mean, there's a great moment of fear that I want you to expose for that character.
Okay.
Cindy, ridiculous, really. What is that?
it's when he says your husband's a homo. Oh, it's ridiculous. And then there's this pause, and then she goes, really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Really? Right. In other words, there's a transition in there that we need to use Zoom to expose those kind of transitions.
Okay.
Okay. Truth fucks you. Both. Yeah.
I was gonna say fuck the truth, but mostly the truth fucks
Fuck
you.
you.
And then what's the next line?
That's the line.
Yeah. And then what does Cindy say something?
I see something else about you.
Yeah. But
Discovery.
mostly, and Cindy's up here, but mostly the truth fucks you. And then it's like, oh, I see something. In other words, again, another one of those little moments to expose and you need to be,
Oh, I see.
see what I'm saying?
You connecting that as if like, I'm giving her a clue, as if like, the truth fucks you, and she's kind of
And then it's like,
shooting back with what I just said.
yes,
So what I see comes from what he says.
yeah.
Oh, all right. I was thinking it was like, I've been studying him and go, I see something about you. Now you're saying she gets it from what he says to her.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Because you've had your logic. You understand your logic.
yeah.
All right. All right. Now we get to the fallen angels. Now you can say shit again if you want. Okay. So, and I didn't think it was that bad, but anyway, I think both of you should enter laughing. In other words, you should have your vocal on first and start laughing, and then click your pictures on so that the very
Good
first.
idea.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Great. Okay, good. It's the perfect way to start that scene. When we do this in the show, can you stuff that bowl with a little actual fruit? I love it. I love it. Much too much, Melon Cam. Much too much. Laugh. Much too much. What's that? Much too much. What is that? Much too much.
That's because we've had too much wine, much too much.
Yeah. And is this right up where you were in? I think our faces are so big.
Yes.
Yes, do that. Both of you come in, do that line and go right off to there. Go, Ann.
From which line? Sorry.
Wherever the face is being too big.
Oh, I think it's because our faces are much too big.
That's because we had too much wine.
Much too much.
Let's sit down.
All right.
Yes, it's great. That's great. That's right. Keep that whole thing in there. That's terrific. And should you laugh, just take the laugh into it. Tonight you laughed, but you were in another place.
I was so lost.
I
was
I went,
so completely
geez,
lost.
I didn't know that was that funny there, right?
The fruit, the fruit kept coming back.
I know. It was interesting. Cam, take off your shoes. What is the first time you mentioned that?
It's only a suggestion.
Mhm.
Do you suppose, I'm not sure what that comes after.
Well, it's after that for sure.
Yeah, let me see. It's
Well, we
only-
were so messed up that, you
Wait,
know,
no,
she was just trying to grab it.
it's
and he
something about
squashed
you're
it into
annoying
mine.
me. It's I say it's only, wait a minute, I can find it. Oh, you're annoying me. Only a suggestion. You suppose it would matter? Don't be, okay, well, it's right after the fruit, which God knows where that came. I say, will you have some fruit? She says, will you have some fruit? I couldn't. It rounds off the meal so nicely. For heaven's sake, stop rounding off the meal because it's getting on my nerves. She says, don't be so temperamental, Jane. And then I say, it's only a suggestion. Do you suppose it would matter if I took off my shoes?
Yeah, make that do you suppose it would matter if I took off my shoes?
Okay.
You know, like it's really like it would be a horrible thing, just horrible.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Coward wouldn't want anybody in bare feet, I'm quite sure.
Okay. Okay.
So any character that would dare to do that must think that she's doing something terribly dirty. Now, both of you, when you have that line, how can I do this when you're saying what, right? Both of you, right? From that on, the two of you just have to disagree with everything. If she says red, you have to say black. You know, if she says white, you have to say black. If she says red, you have to say blue. It's just a matter from that point on of complete
Yes.
disagreement.
I like it. Yes.
And as you well know, in Noel Coward's style, the complete disagreement has to be devoid of a great deal of emotion. It's just dead flat disagreement. No, you're so fucking wrong. You know, you're so fucking wrong. You know, yeah, right? So much better, but that's where it starts.
Good. I
Okay?
like it.
I knew
Yes.
you would. I knew, just disagree and argue, but don't try not to raise your voice. I want to feel the hate that the two of you have without raising your voice. And I know you can do it. Okay, good. Not vulgarity, argue. Cam, you have a line that says not vulgarity.
Uh-huh.
What is that?
This is not vulgarity, Julia. It's something I was much more ashamed of than vulgarity, but I'm not ashamed of it anymore.
Yeah. So from your point of view, this is not fucking vulgarity, dude. Again, it's sharp and it's loud, sharp and not loud. And I have fun next time you're rehearsing. Take it on the what, fucking what, fucking what, fucking what. That's the beginning of it, right? So
Now,
that you
I think, I'm not quite sure, obviously, I'm not sure. But I think at some point, I say, oh, it's because I'm tired and we've been together so much, we're grating on one another's nerves.
Yes.
It seems like she's backing off a bit there.
Oh, no. You don't have to back. No. Oh, well, it's probably just this. But you're disagreeing with yourself. It's probably, you're saying it probably is, but you really don't know. So you're sort of
Okay.
disagreeing with yourself. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Yeah.
Okay.
You will see on the playback, there was a moment when you said something, wreck our friendship, and the two of you were in exactly the right hate tone without volume, that you really found it there. But it was the wreck our friendship area. And who says go to hell? Is that you, Cam?
Yeah.
What-
Yeah, that's at the
That's
very
the last line, and you can go
yeah.
to hell.
You and Fred, and I was yelling it, and you and Fred and Willie can just go to hell, the whole lot of you.
Yes, you and Fred and Lily can just go to hell. A lot of you, right? Much better than yelling it. But I know everything was sort of turned upside down. So
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Cam.
Don't be ridiculous.
no, listen,
Lost.
don't
I got
apologize. You know what? You guys are practicing exactly what I want you to practice in the situation that I want you to practice. Is I want you to take what we've been working on for so long into a rehearsal, and that's all that happened tonight. And that's all you're learning is just keep practicing it. Just keep trusting trusting where you are. Next scene is doubt, right? No.
No, it's me and
I-
Cindy.
Cindy and Rob.
Thailand, right? Okay.
Yes, Thailand.
Rob, accuse her on who was behind this. That should be an accusation.
Okay.
Cindy, need to get away. A lot of your stuff in that scene is like, I need to get away, Dad. And I just think it's too whiny. I just think it should be, I need to get away, Dad. You know this. I'm a grown woman, and it just seems too whiny,
Okay.
too emotional, rather than, let me just put it this way. It's active, it's not emotional. Does that make, you understand what I mean? I need to get away. That's active. I need to get away. That's emotion.
Okay.
Makes the difference, right?
Yeah.
It's just simple, right?
Don't act
Yeah,
big.
she's setting boundaries with her father now that she is.
Absolutely. And there's no emotion to it. It's just, it's her time. It's due.
Got
Rob,
it.
you have every day. What is every day? What is that?
You call me. Of course.
We call me every day.
other day.
Yeah. But make every day an order. You'll call me every day. Make it an order. I'll call you every day.
Every other day.
Yeah. Cindy, please stop worrying. Please stop worrying.
Well, it's will you please stop worrying?
Yeah. Again, as the mature one in the room.
Okay.
Okay.
Will you please stop worrying?
Yes. Would you please stop worrying? Right. And Rob, then you have,
Well, don't stay very long then. Not more than a month, all right?
yeah. Well, then not more than a month. Right. Don't stay very long then. Not more than a month. Right. You just made that up. I just made that up.
Dad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dad.
2 months. I will let you know when I decide.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, Rob, at the very end, you've got to admit who you are. No, I've been a controlling father. I've been wrong. I mean, that's basically, you've got to admit it. You got to cop to it without emotion. Just, you're right. I've been doing this. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be.
Right.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Now we get to doubt, which is going really well. John, I just didn't feel the emergency start. And it is an emergency because you just saw her out in the hallway. You didn't plan to do this. I just didn't feel that this time. Mel, fact, because you have seduced him. There was just a little too much anger in that. It's more of a fact. But I like the new take. I like the adjustments you've made on this side, but in that one place, it just seemed too much emotion when in fact you had everything on your side in the fact of it. John, accuse, it's about your
Founded suspicions.
yeah. Make that an accusation. I mean, that's a great way to put somebody off of accusing you, is to accuse them back. I think it's a great tactic. And then that's it, right? I want you to take more, just a beat or two longer to process that before you come out with that's it, which is basically a conclusion. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's all you got to say. Right. Mel, Mel, on the first day of school year, what is the line? What happens right before on the first day of the school year?
I think I want to know what you saw, what convinced you, something like that is the line.
What is it? What did you hear? What did you see that convinced you so thoroughly? Is that right? Or am I in the wrong place?
No, that's it.
Good. Can you go, Mel, can you go to your line before that line that John does and just run it for a second?
You're on mute, Mel.
What is the line before the line before the line?
On the first day of the school year, I want to get to at least two lines before that.
Right.
Okay, hang on.
Let me see. I have the script here.
Give a line to drink. Okay, that's.
Oh, this, I think it's Mrs. Muller. Is it? No, it's not that.
No.
On the first day of the school year, I think it's Mel's line. It's Mel's line. On the first day of the school, you
Yeah, they talk about Donald being beaten.
Did you know that
so
Yeah.
give her, do you
Donald
see
Father.
do you see that line that I'm asking about, Cindy?
Yes,
Will you go two lines before that, two
Right.
entrance, and tell them what that line is?
well, that's what I'm saying.
I got it. I got it.
it's-
Why don't we take it for? You want to hear this? Is that
Yes, I want to see you guys exchange this.
Why don't we do?
You might want to start like, did you know Donald's father beats him? Because it's that whole thought.
Beat him. How's that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
great. Yep.
Did you know that Donald's father beats him?
yes?
And might not that account for the odd behavior Sister James noticed in the boy?
It might.
Then what is it? What? What did you hear? What did you see that convinced you so thoroughly?
On the first day of the school year, I saw you touch.
No. You say, what does it
What
matter?
does it matter?
I'm sorry. What
Good,
does
let's
it
go back. Let's go back and run it again. That's great. Don't, here we go. Don't beat yourself up. And try it again and go.
Did you know that Donald's father beat him?
Yes.
And might not that account for the odd behavior Sister James noticed in the boy?
It might.
Then what is it? What? What did you see? What did you hear that convinced you so thoroughly?
What does it matter?
I want to know.
On the first day of the school
Right
year,
there. That's the moment. The what does it matter is in perfect place. Just continue to follow through on that, Mel. Right there. Don't start as if you're starting a new thing. It's right there. It's underneath the whole thing. Just hold on to it. It's so
Okay.
good.
Can we do it again?
Yes, please do.
Did you know that Donald's father beats him?
Yes.
And might not that account for the odd behavior Sister James noticed in the boy?
It might.
Then what is it? What did you hear? What did you see that convinced you so thoroughly?
What does it matter?
I want to know.
On the first day of the school year, I saw you touched William London's wrist. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
so there. It's like, it's underneath the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, and you'll see on the playback how you took a breath and started.
Yeah, I did. I did.
did, I know,
remember
I
doing
know.
it. Yeah.
John, you have no right. You have no right is this character's last play. That's his last play at trying to forget him.
You
Of
have
trying
no-
to get
You have no right to go rummaging through my.
Yeah. right. And then John, after you say wait,
Yeah.
hold on to that energy. Don't start again. Wait. And you're right. I mean, just say that once right now. Just
Wait.
now hold on to that energy. She comes back into the room and
You will request a transfer from this parish. You will take a leave of absence until it is granted.
And do what, for the love of God? My life is here.
great,
Don't.
great. Just hold on. That wait. It's almost like I don't want to stop her. I don't want to, but I have to. It's not resolved yet. And then you've got to hold on to that energy because that energy is the truth of where the character is.
Okay.
Right. I have no sympathy. I have no sympathy for you, Mel.
Mhm.
Just say it.
I have no sympathy for you.
Now, even flatter, even deader, even flatter on arrival. Any acting in there just gets in the way of your true core belief, which is
I have no sympathy for you.
good. I love that. It's so good.
Okay.
It goes to the core of who she is.
Yeah. Sorry, Mel. We cut a little section out.
Yeah, you
think
skipped.
I answered with the wrong line. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad somebody did other than
That's all.
Yeah, Mel, you were the only one who screwed up all night long.
I think I was. I
All right,
apologize to everyone.
I
Even
screwed up
people
with
who
the
weren't in
title.
my scenes, I apologize.
Last scene, Vasily, I make sure that you wear a coat and a loose tie or something so that you look like a psychiatrist in his office for that last scene. Anj, pleasant evening with you. What is that? Oh yeah. What is pleasant evening?
I've had, is that in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I've had some pleasant evenings.
Yeah. Not with you. Yes, I've had some pleasant evenings that didn't involve you. Right. It has to have that sort of tone to it.
Okay.
Vasily, what's on your mind? Hey, what's on your mind? Do you want to fool around with me now? Should we just fuck right now before we talk? That's really what that should be saying. Especially because you just got refused on a phone call before she came in. So you're looking.
Why this week?
Yes, yeah, there you go. Dr. Framingham, he needs to be a little bit more out of line there. Whatever that embarrassment is, take that moment, right? And then, yeah, right, just whatever it is. Bullshit. What is bullshit, Vasily?
Oh, when she says about the Johnsons, Masters Johnson, I said, bullshit, you're talking such bullshit. I understand you not. You're obviously afraid.
Right. You hear the bullshit you're talking. I understand you now. I just had an epiphany because you just told me you're going out with a gay person, right? So it's got to be an epiphany of the moment. You see that?
Hold on for a sec. So epiphany to what she just said, that he is gay, or
Yes.
or to what she stated, that when she was mentioning that Masters Johnson said that homosexuals make much more responsive sex partners anyway. Is that responsive to that, or that the response is to what she just told me, that he's bisexual?
Yes, it's it's in reaction to the bisexuality.
Okay, so
Okay.
bullshit. You're talking such bullshit.
Now
I understand you now.
I understand you now.
You know, you're
Oh, it's all coming clear to me now. Yes, exactly. That's it. That's that moment. Thank you. Anj, what what are you writing?
Yeah.
What are you writing? And then his reaction is, and he goes through that little thing. And then what, after he goes through that, what do you say after that?
I think this is obviously my last session.
Right. And then do you talk about something that is your experience? What do you say? Continue to go on.
This is obviously my last session.
Keep going.
No, no. You're taking me seriously. I'm testing you. It was a test.
For what purpose?
I can tell you it would interfere. It would interfere with your therapy.
You call this therapy?
We're reaching the richest part of our therapy, and I already see the results. You never used to be able to express your anger so openly.
Well, anybody can be goaded into anger. That's not a
Good. Now,
change.
right there. Well, anybody can be goaded. I mean, that's got to be more your experience rather than the drama of it. Right?
Okay.
Right.
Well,
The
anybody-
real is that's what anybody. I mean, that's nothing.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Right.
It's the realization of the experience you've had with this fine psychiatrist. And your off-camera sex ought to be, Vasily ought to stand up and face to the right, and you ought to stand up and face to the left. Do that a minute. Try that once. Let's everybody click off for a second. I want to show you what happens here. Right.
So I go to the left.
Yeah, and he goes to the right. Now, yes. Now, Vasily, come closer to the screen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See right there.
Ah!
There we go. That's what we want. And then she
Please.
sits down out of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's just, it's just been, I wrote off-camera sex. So there you go.
So left sex. Left sex.
Listen, you guys, great work. The work that you're putting in on this is really coming to fruition. I'm sorry some of you had a bad night. I know I threw you off rhythm. I did it on purpose. I'm sorry. I apologize now, but I did it on purpose to throw you into a whole new realm. If you'd have planned for it, it wouldn't have had the same effect. I want you to be able to handle these surprises with like, oh, good, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. And see where it is. But remember, the most important thing that I think we've all learned is what's actually happening to us is the most important thing to engage in what you're doing. What's actually happening, as opposed to going, no, yeah, it'll be there. You understand it. You understand these characters. We've talked about them in depth. Trust what the world is sending you in the moment to take you where you're going. Okay, and then you won't get so frustrated.
Can we talk a little bit about who is going to have a fuzzy screen and who is going to have a backdrop? Because these fuzzy screens from an audience point of view,
Yeah.
I find them really annoying because you get the helmet head, you get the cup that suddenly goes out of focus. You get a cup
understand.
that looks as if it's steaming.
Yeah. To me, it works great, obviously, in the Angels in America scene because it's a disorienting scene.
Right.
It also, I think it can work in the birthday party scene with Cam. Cam, you just need to not go back maybe 1 foot closer to the screen so that you're not back. And we'll set that adjustment when we go through next time.
Well, when do I go too far back?
When you put your coat on.
Are you going out?
Yeah,
Sometimes
you're going out,
Yes.
right?
Oh, because I was staying pretty much where you told me to stay.
I know they were, but it must have adjusted a little bit. But we'll take a look at
Okay,
that.
we'll set it. We'll
And
set
you're
it.
right, Mel. We were only going to use them in a couple situations, and I think using them in the birthday party scene works well too.
So just Angels and birthday, and the rest of the time we should have the blue backgrounds?
I think so. I
Okay.
think
I
so.
think
Yeah.
so
Then
too.
you're
It's
then
very
it,
annoying.
yeah, because you know unless we're trying to create an illusion, I agree with Mel. It is annoying.
Okay.
Okay.
Mine with the blue background, you don't see the blue background because it's dark, so it just gets all dark for me.
Yeah, it does, and that looks okay too, because then your face pops out like a lollipop. It's great.
I have a couple of quick questions, Bill, for you and for everybody. First of all, can we put the flyer on Facebook?
I did already on mine, but is there a page we can put it on, like for an event?
Sure you can. I mean, because we're not listing any of the playwrights, we're not listing any of the plays. That was the whole point of being able to do that.
Right. The other question is on the placard, besides the playwrights, besides the titles of the plays and the playwrights, do you want the act and the scene that they're
That, I think that would be cool. Yeah. I mean, it won't make
Right.
any difference, but it'll be more accurate.
and what
And the
should
place,
what
I
if-
think the place is,
Right,
a-
but-
Do you want our names?
oh, wait a
for
minute,
who's
all right,
speaking?
hold on, one thing at a time.
No, not your names.
Oh, I was gonna say that. No names. You don't want the actors' names on each and
Well,
the
you can, yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
characters' names and the actors who are playing them.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Right. And what
can
did
we also have the place? Because I think that's important too. And birthday party, it's a kitchen.
A kitchen
And I
in
always
what-
thought it was a bedroom, but I think it's
Here's what
important.
I,
to
here's
know.
what I would need you to do. If we're gonna do all of this, then I need for. I mean, I know all the Beyond Therapy stuff, right? DMV is one scene, right?
Yes.
It's a scene, so we don't. Okay, so everybody, everything else: birthday party, DMV, children's hour, after play, Angels in America, Fallen Angels, the father and the daughter scene. I need you all to just email me the act, the scene, the time, and the place, and your characters' names.
That'll be great.
If there is one, like with the
Yeah.
father-daughter, there isn't a scene or
If
a,
it's not
Well,
important, if it's
I know
not
that.
important information, the less information, the better. So make sure it's important information. And if the place is not important and it's obvious, then, you know, like in the psychiatrist scenes, we know you're in a psychiatrist's office.
Right.
Duh. Right?
Yeah.
I would say my scene is an opening scene. I actually have a thought for a second scene already about it, but that's not going to happen here.
Just send me what the characters' names are and
Yes.
the time and the place.
Great.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, that's what I need from everybody. What's the
All
matter,
right.
Maz? You're having this look on your face like you
No,
think-
no, I don't, I think that most of the scenes are pretty self-explanatory of
I
where
do
we
too.
are.
I do.
I don't think
I-
it's
clearly-
necessary.
Clearly, birthday party is not.
Birthday-
It's a
Right, birthday
seaside-
party is important.
It's a seaside hotel,
Yeah.
kitchen, you know.
Kitchen of a seaside hotel.
So you
Yeah.
just want that for that?
Yeah. Yeah. They'll send it and
Just send me what you want. Send me what
send what you want. And again, the less information, the better. But the most important information is what you want. Okay.
Right. People don't want to read all that in between.
No, and they won't have time. And it's just too
Right.
much.
So then I'll put the title, the playwright, the act, the scene,
And
the characters' names, and the actors' names.
that's perfect.
Right.
Lovely.
Send me everything.
All right, we're gonna do, and I'm giving you a warning now, so you'll be ready. Next week, we're doing the same thing. All
Thank
right,
you. Okay.
love you guys. Nice work. Keep
All right,
working
thank you.
hard.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah. Ta-ta.
Bye.